boy Big T don't miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, got an Alabama, you can add next say.
Yo. I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? Look. I do this shit for my brothers and everybody that done died for us. Niggas say they gon' ride, when the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, it was 5 of us. Niggas switched up like a bitch, say they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real, all that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills, till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all fake and gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth, and new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only rhyme if they mooching off you. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off them. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob, who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that cake. Riding around with that long K. Fuck a Draco, yeah, it's wartime. We ain't doing no drive-bys. If you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smacked. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's on go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands, long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga to the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I said it, nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I meant Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater and I ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on it. Wake 'em up, cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. Own homie tried to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking drugs to take the pain away, but somehow this shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and thinking shit sweet. Niggas facts, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shiny, I spend my money on my own time. Bitch, I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater, they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
What's the word, gang? Let's get into it. Hey, Hit Squad, what we doing tonight, man? We got a lot to talk about. Salute to everybody in the building. If y'all ain't hit that like button, hit that like button. Cause we finna vibe out tonight, man. We finna vibe out tonight, and we got a couple of topics, man. First and foremost, I would like to say rest in peace to the great Michael 5,000 watts. Man, that one hurt. That one hurt. That is like, I'm not gonna hold y'all. That's like DJ Screw passing. You know, the brother that birthed still tipping on fofos, you know. The North Side version of DJ Screw, North Side Houston. You know what I'm saying? Yes, rest in peace to Michael 5,000 watts. He brought us Chameleon out, Magnificent, Paul Wall, Slim Thug. Oh man. Just countless. Archie Lee, Chameleon out, man. Golly. And I saw a video from Cut Figure, and shout out to Cut Figure because Cut Figure was man enough. He came out against 5,000 watts on one of his videos and got a lot of flack from Willie D. And he was man enough to, you know, come out and say, man, that he was wrong in what he did. And, you know, it takes a real man to admit when they wrong. And yeah, man, just rest in peace to the legend, Michael Watts. DJ Michael Watts. If y'all ever listen to any of that Swisher House music, yeah, DJ Michael Watts. Yeah, rest in peace to Big Watts, 5,000 watts. They better turn out. I hope they turn out like never before for Big Watts, man. Because he put H-Town on the map as far as, you know, before Watts, when nobody really coming out of H-Town making a lot of noise, but the Ghetto Boys, you know, Screw, him and Zero and Hawk and Fat Pat, you know, that's underground. All of that's underground. What Watts did with Paul Wall and Mike Jones and Slim Thug was, you know, that was major mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And them boys felt like that was their shot, and they made the best out of it. You know, back in 2004, I believe. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it is a sad day in the H. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna definitely say rest in peace to Michael 5,000 watts, man. But listen. Sheesh. Jay-Z and Pusha T named in the Epstein file. I don't even know what's going on, fam. It just broke when I was on the way home. I was a little late getting home. And all of a sudden, all over the airways, you know, people are talking about Jay-Z and Pusha T out of all people, man. I don't even know what's going on, fam. Key, what's going on with it? Divine Black Rose, salute to you. Positive vibes. What's going on, loved one? Chevy Blue. We got Chevy Blue in the house, and we got Cypress in the house, man. Cypress, I'm going to drop this link early, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come up, you more than welcome to. That's my brother there. I want to send a special salute to one of my moderators, Ash. She sent some love my way this morning, and it was a pleasant surprise. So I want to say thank you to Ash, and I also wanted to say thank you to my dog, Cypress TV, for sending some love my way, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the donations, family. We got Tyrion in the house. Tyrion said, "Hey, Hitter, I was in your area today. My son graduated boot camp in Georgia. Hey, that's a hell of an accomplishment. Congratulations to you, Tyranny. For real. Man, your cousin used to be on here, man. 901 King Deshaun, man. What's up with Deshaun, man? Tell Deshaun we miss him, fam. Tell Deshaun we miss him. And make his way back to the hit squad, man. For real. Rock out with us. Cypress, what's up with him, home?
What it do, man? What happening?
What's happening, man? I know the people are not in an uproar, but I bet they grieving behind Michael Watts, man.
Yeah, man. What the combination of what he put out, man, can't be replaced. I'm tell you that.
That's a fact, bro. I'm sitting up here and thinking about all the CDs that I used to listen to with that house on the front with the roof tilted on it, man. Man, rest in peace to Michael 5000 Watts, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that man that produced, he came up with some not only some legendary action timeless hits, it just won't be done again, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Archie, Lee, man, all them boys that came up through, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's one
yeah.
thing I can say about the Houston, the rap culture in Houston, bro. They got more people, you know, they got more legends that's not here than any other culture. Then you talk about Dallas and you talk about Memphis and ATL, and I don't know if it's the lean being incorporated in the culture of Houston rap, but damn, you think about it, man. Pokey, Hawk, Screw, Fat Pat, Big Mo.
I think that played a major part in it because that takes a toll on your health in the long run, fam.
Exactly.
Especially mainly your organs, man. See, everybody wants to do this and think, okay, it's cool, but man, this is longer term. If they gonna have long term on your organs, your body, your body just can't do that every day.
Nah, that's facts, bro. And it's crazy because, the way them boys used to sip lean back in the day, it was like they was getting it how they look. They was getting it how they live. If a nigga was making it at the house, then they was getting it. If a nigga, if a nigga had a case of that activist, then they was getting it that way. So you never knew what you were getting, and it was in such high demand. To boys was cutting it out. When I was on Town Channel, I was talking about how these boys used to make lean in the bathtub. Can you imagine drinking some shit out of a nigga bathtub, fool?
No, I heard they still do that shit.
I can believe it.
And what they from what I'm hearing, what they charge for this shit is it's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, that walk hard, bro. The price behind that shit is so expensive till nigga would take a chance.
Yeah, cause that shit like about 3 a line, bro. Like,
right,
crazy.
Exactly, and you know what I'm saying. That's why I said this is a rap nigga's drug, bro. This is not no average everyday nigga working at a warehouse drug, fam. Niggas not that type of money.
That's why I worry about Junior so much, bro, because every time a nigga see him, he gotta come for him. Like, bro, like, y'all don't care about y'all. Okay, this is fashionable for y'all, but what about y'all long-term health, bro?
But Junior, you rest assured, Junior ain't missing not one appointment, not one evaluation. He doing stress testing. They get top of the line healthcare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, family. Yeah, man, I had the motherfucking me DoorDash something for my son to eat. Cause I was not coming in here and cook tonight. Hey, we streaming. Yeah, like Finesse, I had the motherfucking me DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? Hey, while we got a chance, Keith said ESG ain't been healthy either. Man, ESG been going through it. You know what I'm saying? Nikolai, what's going on with your big homie? Big love from 707 to Cali. I appreciate you, home. We got Antonio in this bit. What's going on, fam? Yeah, you got your package, son? No problem, man.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. Shout out to everybody that's here with us tonight.
Yeah, man. If y'all haven't hit that like button, we got Angel, the real boss, Dyson Jones in the building, fam. Y'all gotta recognize that. We got Angel in the building. Yeah. Salute, Angel.
Yeah. Angel be active, boy. She everywhere. He like cyber TV.
Come on, man. Hey, we got chocolate in the building too. Oh, they going nuts. They gonna salute to you, chocolate.
Y'all know anytime Cypress be on time, y'all know it's probably gonna be a good night, but buckle up, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Listen, this whole situation with Jay-Z, brand spanking new. So we got to get into it. And we'll get back to 5,000 watts and the Houston culture. We're just vibing tonight, fam. We're just vibing. And I hope everybody that is under the sound of my voice, I hope y'all are having it y'all way. I hope y'all warm, put up, and in good spirits. And we just finna rock out, man. It's your boy Hitter, man. Welcome to Hit Squad TV. Let's get it, man.
Boy, we got some going on. I did not expect to refresh my timeline and see this right here, dog. Jay-Z and Pusha T have been named in the Epstein files. Now, I took my time trying my best to verify the actual file, and it did come from a government website, a legit government website. They are actually in these files, named in these files, along with Bill Gates, President Trump, I believe Clinton in that month. There's so many people in this with a lot of respect, and they from both sides of politics. They're not picking any sides. They dropping every person after pressure from the American people. Over here, y'all know we focus much more on hip hop, but now hip hop and politicians, just real life situations, are all colliding. Let's talk about it, man. So as you can imagine, the Drake fans are happy as hell in reaction because they finally got something on Pusha T. They are happy as hell, boy. But this dropped earlier. Says, breaking, DOJ drops another huge batch of Jeffrey Epstein files.
Today, we are producing more than 3 million pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images. In total, that means that the department produced approximately 3.5 million pages in compliance with the act.
Y'all know I don't talk about no Epstein list. It's probably my first time ever doing content about the Epstein shit. But nigga, when I seen this pop up, Pusha T Epstein files from this person inside a hub, he's pretty much neutral. This person has a platform. I don't know. But then I seen this link. I clicked on the link, verified the link, ran it through certain things to make sure this was a correct link. This is to an official account. And I read it. And then when I read this, I realized it wasn't just Pusha T. So it says, on 7/10/2019 at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this name that's redacted called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of sex abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Blank provided the following information. In approximately 1994, Blank revealed herself to be Blank as a past victim of sex abuse by Epstein. Described the abuse occurred during parties. Blank further identified as Blank as a friend of Blank. In approximately 1996, Blank resided within wherever that is. An unknown man abducted Blank from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter.
So see, this is what I'm talking about. Divine Black Rose is definitely in the building. You know what I'm saying? This is the Hit Squad fact finder. So listen, this is hard to believe. The time frame, they were nobodies. And that's what I'm saying. This coming from the DOJ. I've seen things today from, I'm assuming they've come from the DOJ as well, basically saying that the boss man, y'all know who that is, had relations with a how can I say it? An amateur. There we go. With an amateur.
That's even worse.
Yeah. So I'm not sure where all this stuff is coming from. I'm not sure the legitimacy of it all, but we definitely gonna check it out. Angel just hit us with a super sticker. Angel, I appreciate you, loved one. Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Chocolate said his speech gotta go. His speech gotta go. Pronounce the words slowly. Let's listen to him.
Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into Blank. Blank believed she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Blank estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awakened each time in an opulent indoor setting. Blank suffered from sex abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. She recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of abuse. In approximately 2006, she last recalled being abused by Epstein on each occasion. She believed she was drugged, clouding her memory. She attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Among her handlers, she identified the artist Pusha T. In approximately 2007, she attended a party, Blank. She, following invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down a street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in sexual abuse. What's up with Weinstein hanging out with these rappers? What, is that a thing? Like, I don't know. I have no skepticism. I'm just having questions.
Man, listen. It's something in this milk ain't clean, fam. 2007 would be a good time for Jay-Z. It would be a good time for Pusha T as well, as far as notoriety, but I don't know, man. This sounds like one of them Diddy claims. And just to be honest, can we really trust what these folks at the DOJ put out, man?
No, but I will say this though, man. How do y'all let this get to 3 million pages, fam? Like if that's one of us, they coming to crash this shit like the neighborhood chop shop. I'm just saying, fam.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Maybe this was 20 terabytes or whatever that was for the dog case look like. There's a lot of pages. There's a lot of damn pages.
I got no dogs in this fight. I don't know these people. She claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in an enterprise and information related to racketeering conducted in support of trafficking. And she further believed that she was under surveillance and stalked at the direction of the people involved in the sex abuse. She confirmed she was not diagnosed with any mental illness. She refused to provide her physical address, advising that she maintained no permanent address. Rather, she moved between staying at different hotels. That's what was put in here. Someone just called and said this. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I seen something pop up earlier about Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I keep it G. I read through the thing, and I seen a similar situation where someone was calling in and making a report about a situation. But since then, they pulled the files. All right, so the DOJ just snatched Trump files up while everybody else going crazy, but they out there though. So the allegation says Trump forced a teenager to perform oral on him. So unidentified.
That's what I was talking about, fam. The DOJ releasing this?
And this is my whole issue, bro. How do y'all sit on 3 million pages when it's containing amateurs, fam? Like, how?
Yeah, I agree. But it's full of amateurs, if we gonna be honest. Because that was the game that they were playing. That was, you know what I'm saying? That's what they was all about. Youth. It was all about the youth, man. So I don't know. And what's up with bro hair, man? Bro gotta cut this shit. This too much.
female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing orals. The friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend says she was also abused by Epstein. All right. Another complaint alleged that Trump auctioned off kids during calendar girls' parties at Mar-a-Lago and measured their vaginas by penetrating them with his finger and rating them based on tightness. All right, so those things have been removed. I seen the actual file earlier, but y'all know how the government work. They probably made them snatch all that shit down. This is where it said it before. And over here you see it's now deleted. It isn't there anymore. Everybody else shit up though. They got Bill Gates in there. So it said Bill Gates is trying to hide an STD from his wife. His ex-wife.
Now I heard about that. So he needed some antibiotics trying to get her straight because she done went to one of these parties and got that, you know what I'm saying, that herpes on. Nasty motherfucker.
Secretly giving her antibiotics. And it says Elon Musk asked when wildest party on island would be. So Elon Musk allegedly wanted to get freaking dicky, allegedly. So it says in an alleged draft emails Epstein reportedly sent to himself, he claimed he helped Bill Gates obtain medication to deal with the consequences of sleeping with Russian women, assisted him in meeting married women, and provided Adderall for bridge tournaments. Over here says Epstein also accused Bill of having an STD and giving his then wife Melinda French Gates antibiotics unknowingly. Y'all go ahead and pause and read those things if you want to see those things. So the Gates Foundation said these claims from a proven disgruntled liar are absolutely absurd and completely false. The only things these documents demonstrate is Epstein's frustration that he did not have an ongoing relationship with Gates and the lengths he would go to entrap and defame. So instead, in 2012, email claiming to be from Elon Musk asking what day or night wildest party would be for he and ex-wife Tallulah to attend. That's interesting, dog. So Musk shit still in there, but Trump shit not in there. Y'all remember almost a year ago when Musk and Trump was beefing. He was like Trump in them Epstein files. So now he in them damn files. That's crazy, ain't
it? Everybody in them files.
Yeah, this is my thing. Why y'all niggas having unprotected sex and going home to your wife, man? Like, what is wrong with these niggas, man?
Ain't no telling. This is just weird shit all across the board. I'm gonna let him finish reading. We're gonna go over another video as well.
Hell no, but yeah, all these things going on, man. But let's take it back to hip hop. Y'all want to know what people saying? It says Jay-Z in 1996, he wasn't even wealthy then at all. He's talked about multiple times and was booed up in the VA at the time per his book. They clearly either altered these files or Hollywood Unlocked did either way. Y'all know that man is litigious and rightfully so.
So 1996 would be different. 1996, Jay-Z was just debuting with I want to say Dead Presidents. Yeah, that would be the Dead Presidents version of Jay-Z. Yeah, I remember that. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Give money. Yeah, that's not a famous Jay-Z right there.
That's true. Cause I'm like, why would Weinstein be hanging out with Jay-Z? But they didn't alter those files. That actually came from the DOJ. I looked at the website. It came from them. That could be any Sean Carter, especially hanging out with Harvey. Plus Tupac and Biggie were popular in 1996. Not so much Jay-Z. Are we all really surprised? Y'all swearing for Jay-Z like y'all know what he was up to. Nicki Minaj had him add Jay-Z yesterday. Oh man, in 1996, hanging with Epstein. Please don't let this distract you. When you think about that, bro, that make a lot of damn sense, bro. That make a lot of sense, bro. What y'all think, man? What y'all think, bro? I told y'all, even when it came to Trump, this shit seemed like it was a hotline. Y'all know how the Diddy hotline was? It seemed like around this time in 2019, especially after the Me Too era, it seemed like it was a hotline to call in and people making these allegations. And this is just records of the allegations.
Yep.
3 million pages. Y'all think they vetted all 3 million? Like they vetted all that shit?
Nah, and I agree. But we finna we salute the home. I don't even know his name. Yum Stacy. Yeah, salute to him. I want to see what Harry Potter got to say about it. Let's see what Harry Potter got to say about it, because I know he gonna go in depth and he a little bit, more credible in what he do. So let's rock out.
Gang, we have got some very dark and bizarre news that might not be surprising to some people, but to other people, this might just chill you to your core, because there's been rumors about Jay-Z being involved in some nefarious things over the years. I've covered it on my channel before, the dark death of Jay-Z's mistress. There's been all these rumors, pretty much all of which have been unsubstantiated, just for the record, and I also don't want to get sued, that Jay-Z was involved in some dark things. They say he's in the Illuminati.
Now, I believe all of that. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Yeah. What we just seen by the Epstein file, I don't know. But this right here about the mistress and the dude with the big nose that say he's his son, he need a paternity test. I believe all that.
They say that he's in some satanic rituals, but now, unfortunately for Jay, they're saying that he's in the Epstein files. I think it is being in the Illuminati or the Epstein files. I'd probably pick the Illuminati. This is very embarrassing. This is very dark and this is very grim, but it's not just Jay-Z. They're also saying that King Push, all right? King Push, Pusha T himself is apparently in the Epstein files too. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. It's actually insane. It is honestly, this is bad. Yeah, this is bad. All right, just like the thumbnail said. So this has been going around a whole bunch of different subreddits. I'm going to quickly just fill you in, pause on some of the subreddits that this has been posted in and some of the comments and reaction, because this is some of the craziest news I've seen in hip hop in years. All right, and to be fair, this isn't proven. This isn't proof. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going around with the Epstein files today, but this is absolutely wild. Okay, so this has been going around. There's these two snippets that are basically saying that Pusha T and Jay-Z were involved in some pretty nefarious behind-the-scenes Hollywood demonic party rituals.
Black Barbie, what's going on? Salute to you. Yeah, man, Black Barbie dropped this in my inbox earlier, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Black Barbie, what you think about this? You think this gonna hold any type of weight? I don't think any charges gonna come from it, but y'all let me know. Cypress, what you think? You think any charges gonna come from this?
Nah, I think they gonna sit on this until these niggas till they really tired of them.
Yeah. That's how they do. They get old as hell and want to buy a TV station or want to buy a network, some type of network. One of these niggas want to buy Spotify or something, and then they just wreck their whole life. You know how it go.
I don't even know. There's no other way I can say it. It says, on each occasion, Blank believes she was drugged, clouding her memory. Blank attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers. So they're saying that handlers was drugging this unnamed woman, this Jane Doe, right, and whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Amongst her handlers, Blank identified the artist Pusha T. Insane. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. And then it says, in approximately 2007, Redacted attended a party. Another name redacted, following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down a street. Weinstein and Pusha T, yes, Harvey Weinstein, also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in sexual abuse. And then the next post, this says, in approximately 1996, Blank resided with Blank in Blank. An unknown man abducted Blank from her home, when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into Blank, and Blank believes she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. For the record, and also so I don't get sued, all right, this is just an allegation. This is just an ambiguous claim. A lot of crazy stuff is coming out today from these Epstein files. And from what I understand, a lot of these are apparently reports that were made to the FBI, to the authorities. Now, that doesn't mean a crime.
This sounds like some Tony Busby shit. I'm just going to keep it a buck. This sound like one of them Tony Busby ambulance claims where somebody then came out of the blue and made them a nice little story, in hopes of getting, some type of financial compensation for trauma or, pain and suffering. I could be wrong, but man, y'all, the day and age we live in, y'all know how these folk be coming, man. Everybody coming to get a bag in whatever way possible.
Time has taken place. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's absolutely 100% true. But what it does mean is that apparently this is a claim that has been made at some point historically, and it has been documented in the Epstein files. And honestly, when we saw Jay-Z was getting sued by a Jane Doe that said that she'd allegedly done something to her, and there was this Tony Busby lawyer that got dragged, and Jay-Z said, "You won't get one red penny from me." He had a lot of responses for that. So I would like to see Jay-Z's response to this. And I think we will see it. I think we will see it over the next few days. Because if he's got all that energy for Tony Busby, he's going to have to respond to this.
He definitely gonna have to, because he came out guns blazing on Tony Busby. If y'all remember, he countersued Tony Busby. He tried to get Tony Busby debarred and the whole some more shit. So I can fully see Jay-Z coming out the it's the DOJ. So I don't know.
I doubt if he gonna roll the dice and get the DOJ, but good luck if you do.
Real talk. Y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit it, squad.
He's going to have to. So this is some of the response. Now, this was first posted in the Jay-Z subreddit 4 hours ago. People saying, so Jay got his government name listed, but Push just has his rap name. They're saying this, but then they're posting a picture of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z cheesing it up at the Sundance Film Festival. Okay, so look, for the record, a lot of people aren't believing this. They're saying that, him not having his government name and him having his government name in there and Pusha T not having it, it's cap, it's fake paperwork. That's what some people are saying. Right. And this point is very interesting. Okay. It says it's a reported statement, not the straight, deep research, though I will say that people are referred to by other things in the files at other points. If I'm remembering right, this alone isn't 100% perfect lock him up evidence, but at a minimum, it was grounds that the FBI thought it was something of note, then didn't touch upon it as they didn't with every person on the list, including the man in the big house, which is problematic at the least. Regardless of whether you think he did this or not, there would be no harm in investigating him along with the rest for this stuff. So here's some people arguing that this likely isn't true. They're saying, so we should believe that in 1996, Jay-Z, still without a record label living in New York, was already hanging around with Harvey Weinstein. Sounds like BS, just like the last time. But some people are saying this is the time period that Jay-Z was chasing LL Cool J around in clubs in New York to battle him for clout. And we're supposed to believe he was connected to Weinstein and Epstein. They're saying Jay-Z was a rapper who was getting dissed by Tupac. All right. So look. They're saying that, look, Jay-Z can't have been that popular. He didn't have this sort of Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey.
No, that's a fact. I don't think the Jay-Z that we come to know as being Jigga, we're in 1999?
Yeah, around about 2000.
Yeah. The Jigga what? A Jigga who? That's when that came about. And then I think 98 was the ain't no nigga like the one I got, So yeah, the timelines is off like hell. Shout out to not Positive Vibe, but shout out to her too. Shout out to Divine Black Rose for catching that.
Epstein connections in 1996. It was too early, but then some people are arguing, wasn't he like 26 and already connected to the game? It's possible, in my opinion. Jay had connections by then. Reasonable doubt wasn't the start of his career. But then people are arguing and says if he was that connected, so much connected, he was close friends with Weinstein, who was already winning Oscars. Why couldn't he even get signed by some label? If Jay-Z was so close with him, why didn't they use his firm to produce Streets is Watching? Why didn't they do anything together for 20 years? Never appeared together when they were such close friends, according to his lady. But then we get to this. So there's been a lot of allegations that Jay-Z has dated girls young and all that kind of thing. Now, we're not going to get into that in this video. There has been definitely a lot of claims made. Some of them look more meritable than others. I think we'll just leave it at that. But a lot of people are saying this has to be cap, okay? So this one says Jay-Z ain't have a platinum record or a major label deal to his name in 1996, and you're telling me he became the richest musician ever from 1997 to today, and there's no dirt from that time span? The smear campaign is real, unfortunately, and I don't think he's going to shake this one. The public is too dense to actually read what's said. They're just going to say he came up in the Diddy case and the Epstein files, and it's that, SMH. But then they're saying, here's Jay-Z at a party with Weinstein, who knew Epstein at a party in 1998. Lol, and you don't think it's plausible. Let's take a look. Are they at the same party, apparently? Is that Jay? Jay at the party. I don't even want to know what this is.
Man. What Ratchet TV say? Man. What the hell is this? Are you serious? They even got my nigga Muhammad Ali up in here shaking.
What? Oh, man. Hey, man, don't do the greatest like that, man.
Shout out to the greatest Muhammad Ali, but damn, this don't look like nothing wholesome. This look like some certified evil. I ain't even gonna hold you. And that last part we just saw, I can't show that again. Jesus.
At the party, is that Muhammad Ali? Hey, we know how. Listen, do your research on how Muhammad Ali gets down. Is that Harvey Weinstein? That's looking like Harvey Weinstein.
How Muhammad Ali get down, Harry Potter? You might need to break that down, because this Muhammad Ali didn't do nothing but stand up and look at folk. Do you remember Muhammad Ali at the 96 Olympics when he finna set the whole stadium on fire, the whole Coliseum, when he lit the torch?
and that tight ass Olympic tracksuit.
For real. So tell me how Ali get down. Ali wasn't doing nothing around this time.
This is a party that I would be embarrassed to be at. Let's just leave it at that. Enough said. Okay. People saying 1996, this has to be bullshit. People believe anything, but other people are saying cope. People saying, I can't believe this. People think this is real. But apparently, some people believe it is. But here it is. Here's the full paperwork. This is literally on the Department of Justice's website, a Federal Bureau of Investigation crisis intake document regarding child S trafficking and the case ID being related to Epstein. Okay. Says this woman called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of S abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Basically explained that in approximately 1994, a bunch of redacted stuff. Don't tell me I can copy and paste it like the other stuff. Please don't tell me I can copy and paste it like the other stuff. Wait. Approximately 1994, information as a past. No. Okay, no. I don't think I can see through these redactions. But anyway. It basically says that's her allegation. She made these allegations. She said she was abducted on 7 occasions, waking up in opulent indoor settings. Obviously, I already read you this passage here that relates to, alleged presence of Sean Carter, and Weinstein had inserted his fingers into blank blank. She believed she was in Epstein's mansion.
Fam, you don't get abducted on 7 occasions. You get abducted on 1 occasion. Yeah. You get on 1 occasion, they put you on ice, and when it's time for the parties, like Positive Vibes say, the freaks come out at night.
Yeah, them other 6, you was just having fun.
Exactly. Talking about some they done abducted me 7 times. No, fam. That ain't what it is. Oh yeah, let's go get LaKeisha. All them other girls, they was in there. They was in there. They was at these elites every beck and call. They didn't go home. See, that's a gaping hole in my opinion. Yeah, this is some BS right here.
She goes on to say she was abducted on 7 occasions. She always woke up in an opulent indoor setting, suffered from abuse from multiple of those locations. Epstein participated. She said Leon Black, William Barr for U.S. Attorney General. Wow, it's crazy. Okay. In 2006, that was when she last recalled being abused by Epstein. She said she was drugged, clouded her memory. This is where she mentions Pusha T, which we already touched on. In 2007, she attended a party. Weinstein and Pusha T were at the party. Claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise, racketeering in support of trafficking. She confirmed she was not diagnosed with any mental illness, but refused to provide her physical address, claiming she maintained no permanent address and moved between staying in different hotels. This is on the actual Department of Justice website. Okay, it actually is a real thing. And it's
so if she didn't have a house and she was just going hotel to hotel, how did Epstein them know where to get her from? That's crazy, ain't it? That's something to make you think. It's something to make you think.
They had her on line 1. She ain't fooling nobody.
Exactly.
An allegation that was made. You can't say that it wasn't an allegation. It's saying reasonable doubt. Jay-Z, by the way, I highly doubt he had such connections. Okay. Ironic name for the title now. All right. Reasonable doubt. This was during reasonable doubt. I highly doubt this. All right. If he's guilty, he deserves punishment, no doubt. However, I saw how this went last time. This call happened the day after Epstein got arrested. Nothing further came of it. It doesn't necessarily prove anything. Though this call is just the one place where either of them are mentioned. Everybody else is in the emails and paperwork. Right. This is, again, I'll keep saying this. If Jay-Z didn't marry Beyonce, he wouldn't be in a lot of these conversations. I always believed he is the cover for her getting hit with rumors by the media. Jay would have just been a rich rapper with his rich friends, but the Beyonce factor puts him in such much. Since they can't bring her down, they have to bring down the black man she married, and she married a hood dude who made it way past all of his colleagues. Jay-Z is a level no other rap artist is ever going to reach again. He's the easiest target for anything, and knowing how black folks hate their own when they get rich, it doesn't make it easier. For me to believe this post, I would need evidence and names. Until then, it's BS. You can't convince me that Jay-Z is into minors. Sorry, anything else but this. I need evidence and documents and pictures and names. Always going to be Beyonce's shield. Now, if people are saying it's cope, they're saying they're defending a PDF. All right, but let's look at what some of the other subreddits are saying, okay? Because a lot of people are celebrating the fact that Jay-Z and Pusha T particularly are being dragged into this absolute wildness, okay? So this is in the Playboy Carti subreddit where they're talking about the same thing, okay? You've already seen the passage from the Department of Justice website that I showed you already, but they're basically saying Drake and his fans just got the best news of their life, and Travis Scott, okay? And hey, listen, for all of the dissing that Pusha T did on Drake, it's not a good look. People are saying, not Push, bro. People are saying, not going to lie, Push I didn't expect, but Jay-Z, Diddy, Epstein, and all the similar MFs are part of the same stuff. This is just a comment. I'm not saying this, but this comment is saying Jay-Z's 100% in this stuff, no doubt. Weird-ass piece of dirt. Even 50 Cent said he was in the files like a year and a half ago. Nobody believed him. People saying that.
So, do y'all believe this or no? That's what I want to know.
This is my issue. Do I believe that the woman was abducted 7 times? Hell no. You was on line 1 and on the payroll. Stop it. But for the DOJ to put that in the Epstein file, they can prove that and they believe that.
I don't think they can prove it or believe it. I think it's filler. This is some shit to where they throwing somebody, they throwing the people a bone because these folks want these files released so bad. Even the people with the red New Era hats, everybody want these files, and so they going through whatever, and they saying, "Hey, y'all want it? Here it is." I think it's filler. I don't think it's nothing to write home about. Do I believe that these 2 boys in particular, well, Jay-Z, do I believe he's involved in some peculiar activity? I do. But I don't think this is it. I just don't, man, because it's just weird. And it's too many red flags. Like this woman said she was abducted 7 times, fam. I just don't believe that. When we know that that's not how trafficking works. You get abducted once and you get moved around. That's the pure definition of trafficking. Excuse me. K Dizzle said, I was abducted twice by the UT football team when I bought that skunk back from Memphis. But 7 times is a bit much. Fam, I'm just saying, bro. You don't get abducted 7 times. You don't. You just don't. You get abducted once, and now you are part of the team. They don't let you go back home and come back and get you again and let you go back home. What's stopping you from reporting it on the 2nd or 3rd time it happened? That's my thing. I call BS on it.
And I hate when they come with that I fear for my life BS crap.
Yes. And then you telling these folks you didn't have a solid address. You were moving from hotel to hotel, and they still coming to get you. These boys is cold. Like for real. They just coming pulling up on you. Is Epstein them again? I mean, come on, man. Was Epstein them involved in some crazy stuff? Absolutely. Absolutely. Was Jay-Z involved? Possibly. Very well. I just don't think that this is one of the cases. I think these are lies that were made up, and they know that these are fabricated, and they're just throwing it out there. And because the people that threw it out there, they know that they're not finna get no crazy lawsuit. I would love to see Jay-Z say he finna sue the DOJ, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't.
He talking about he gonna sue the DOJ. Rock Nation gonna be up and smoke the next day if he play like that.
I'm telling you, all these secrets gonna be revealed. You feel me? All of that, man. Listen, Chevy Blue, where you at? Salute to my dog Chevy Blue. I appreciate you, fam. Y'all hit the like button, man. I guess we can watch a little bit more of this, but I want to go into two more things. We're going to go into more as well, but two in particular. Yella Beezy. Oh, my God. It's over.
They're shocked, right? They're shocked by this. It's a celebrity be normal people with morals challenge. It's crazy. People saying they're shocked by Pusha T, but not Jay-Z. He was imaged with Beyonce when she was 16 and he was 30, and allegedly is where they actually started dating, despite them saying they didn't meet until 2000 when she was 19. And they're saying, yes, same. Pusha T always acted like the moral police in the industry. You can't trust nobody in this industry no more. They're mostly the same. It is crazy, right? It is crazy. So there's other subreddits talking about this. This is the Rory and Mal podcast subreddit. Okay, we're going to get a slightly different perspective on this. All right, and they're saying they need to address it on the pod. They're saying, here comes the coping.
We're gonna let that go because bro just, subreddit after subreddit. I'm cool on all the subreddits. Them ain't nothing but over glorified comment sections. So, but we got to see what's going on with this. And Jay-Z, if he don't respond by Monday, oh yeah. See, this is a sticky situation for Jay-Z because you stuck between a rock and a hard place. These are the people that for the most part have been protecting him in certain situations. These are the elites. And for them to throw that out is it's kind of wild. I'm not even gonna hold you.
It's like they saying we done with you now. We got what we gonna get out of here. We done with.
Exactly. Yeah, like they done slid, bro, clean up under the bus on some pedo type situation. But we just got to see how they gonna react to it.
But see, here is the dangerous part. If he respond to this, he gonna be up there with Puff if he respond to the DOJ. Now let's just be 100 about that.
Exactly. I'm not even looking for Pusha T to say nothing because I don't feel like Pusha T got enough oomph to he's too light in the ass status wise to even throw a rock at these folks, if that makes sense. Keith said they trying to get whatchamacallit. Yeah, man, we gotta get into it, fam. We gotta get into it. Hey man, this is crazy. This latest paperwork that dropped from Yella Beezy and Devarius Moore, Trap Boy Freddy. Listen, these folks basically, I'm gonna put it in its proper perspective. What they are basically saying is, yeah, the shit y'all hear every day from the Mo3 sector about such and such was involved and such, yeah, they might have been involved. They might have been involved. This is crazy to see this in paperwork. And the state is they gonna throw haymakers at Marquise Conway. If what I'm hearing and reading is true, they finna throw some haymakers at Marquise Conway. Will he be able to defend himself? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But this one is wild, y'all.
Help us get into the algorithm by hitting that like button real quick for me. Thank you. Sorry for the delay, man. I've been relocated and moving and everything. but we are here. We are back. Yella Beezy, bro. What the hell? I know y'all read the title. Let's just get into it. So as you can see on the 22nd, Yella Beezy put in a freaking 404B2 evidence of alleged crimes, wrongs, or acts in evidence. Basically filed that, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to skip over a whole lot of stuff and get straight right the hell into it. It says, relief requested in this motion, right? Conway asked this court to grant this motion and enter an order in limine that prohibits the state from admitting, attempting to admit, or alluding to alleged crimes, wrongs, or acts that don't qualify under Text RF 403 and 404B2 during voir dire and the guilt innocence phase of the trial, including opening and closing arguments, unless the state first obtains a ruling from this court allowing the admission of such evidence. Conway also asked this court to.
So basically what he's doing, he is asking them in the way that Hernandez Govan and Manny Aurora said, why are y'all coming after my client? He don't have no money to drop a bag on somebody's head. This was pretty much Big Jook and CMG. Why is there nobody here from CMG? Where's Gotti? Basically, what they're saying is we don't want to hear nothing about no rap feuds. They want to suppress everything that got anything to do with Roy Lee, with Bubba. They don't want none of that in the opening statements, the closing statements, or in the trial, period. Yeah. And you finna see why.
Enter an order in limine regarding the use of evidence, and we're going to get what the hell that is in just a moment. So y'all can see they talk about him being indicted for capital murder on March 18th, right? So they talk about the crime, but here's where things get insane. In the discovery tendered by the state, there's conjecture by law enforcement and certain witnesses that Conway may have been involved in incidents for which there's no evidence tying Conway, or the evidence is inadmissible, hearsay upon hearsay, or speculation. Conway believes that the state may attempt to submit evidence during the guilt innocence phase of these indictments, referred to as unsolved feud cases, and that include, boy, when I tell y'all, the one thing y'all get, all right, but the shit that's about to follow, oh, wow.
Man, salute to my dog, J-Real, man. This is some little dirt shit. Multiple bags, family. Multiple bags. Yeah. But why is that? Why is that so stunning? Because this is all these boys ever talked about. You know, Trap Boy Freddy rapped Man Down. He said we caught him with his pants down. He said, I'm about to pull up on all these niggas. We dropping bags and getting them. He said, he told you as much. He told you as much. This is all that they did. Paid to have folks hit up.
Hey, real quick. Free cash right there. Everybody been winning involving Roy Lee Payton. And I know in person, September 27th, but I might be planning something else. But let's get back to this. Incident involving Roy Lee Payton. An unknown person exchanged text messages with Pate to book a comedy show. Pate was sitting in a vehicle at 12835 Preston Road, Dallas. An unidentified assailant in a hoodie approaches Pate's vehicle and shoots several times through the driver's door. Pate is hit in the leg and is transported to the hospital. Pate didn't see the suspect. He was released from the hospital on September 30th, 2018, and was instructed not to exert himself. Instead, he performs a comedy show in Paris, Texas, on October 13, 2018. He returns to the hotel room and dies from a blood clot from his leg wound that went to his heart. God dang, bro. I didn't know that's how he died. Prior to his death.
So, just in case y'all didn't know, Roy Lee Pate beefing with Yella Beezy. A lot of people want to say that Roy Lee got unalived by a promoter that he may have been having beef with. I was of that belief at one point in time. But what they're saying here is somebody pulled up on him with a hoodie and did him in. He went to the hospital. He stayed for about a week or two. He was on shows, and they told him not to do these shows. But Roy Lee, you know, he trying to get to the money. He went and did a show in Paris, Texas, came back to the hotel room, feeling awful. Did not go to the hospital, perished in that hotel room from that gunshot wound from about 2 years.
Well, that mean the niggas been telling this in their circle it's gonna lead back to them.
Oh, but it gets worse. Blue Nitty, what it do? Salute to you, homie.
Jeff Pate told an investigator that he has a year-long feud with Conway. They were involved in a club fight in 2018, during which Pate claims one of Conway's security guards punched him. Pate claimed he was jumped at the club by PMG, who are associated with Conway. Pate had been trying to set up a charity boxing match with Conway.
So PMG is the label. GRC is the cartel. GRC is the gang. You see, if you Google certain pictures with Yella Beezy, he got PMG chains on. If you Google pictures of Jose Bodega, he wearing PMG chains. Looks like Roy Lee Pate dropped a dime. He said, "Hey man, I've been beefing with this Yella Beezy nigga for a year, and he will not throw me my fade. They jumped me in the club, and I've been trying to get my lick back for the past year, and these niggas will not oblige." Let's keep going.
There was speculation that Pate's shooting was related to to this alleged ongoing feud with Conway. Investigators had a tip that Kadarius Barrett, aka KD, who's Conway's cousin, shot Pate and had told a probation officer that Conway gave him $4,000 when he was released from prison.
Yella Beezy cousin.
Oh yeah, he cooked.
His own cousin said it. Yeah, bro paid me 4 bands to hit Roy Lee. I did my time and came back and got 4 bands.
Well, yeah, he cooked, man.
Yeah, it sound like he was a little disgruntled about them 4 bands. Maybe he wanted more. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I would want more. Hell, even Marlo Mike got 2,800 for some of the work that he was doing.
However, investigators never tied the alleged feud with Pate's shooting. Instead, law enforcement officials acknowledged the rumored speculation that the shooting was related to the ongoing feud with Conway, but determined they can't link them together. Now, last I heard, Roy Lee ain't no gangster, ain't no gangbanger, no nothing like that. He was funny. He was from a place in Dallas, but just because that's where you from don't mean you got a gang.
Hold on, bro.
But if he was, he would have.
What's down, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm finna be right back. I'm gonna give it a pause right quick. Go ahead.
All right.
Just told, basically. And that would have been what we call dry snitching. So I want to know how in the hell they knew that $4,000 basically was given to KD any goddamn ways. Now, how they knew that, I don't know. Maybe he flashed the money online or something like that. But it's not uncommon that my cousin, if I have money, will get out the damn pen. It's not like they give you a check getting out the penitentiary. So there's that part. But that's one. Check out number 2. Crazy. This one right here isn't 2. We're just going to read it real quick to get out the way since it's already there. Number 2 is going to be something involving Trap Boy Freddy. You won't believe this shit. But let's get this one out there. October 14th, 2018 incident involving Conway. Conway was shot while driving on the Sam Rayburn Tollway. A van drove next to him, fired shots in the Conway's vehicle. Conway was shot several times. He stopped driving and was taken to the hospital. He didn't see who shot him. DPD Detective Howard called a detective with Louisville PD and told him that Conway recently signed a large record contract and believes this originated with the alleged feud with Roy Lee Pate. So nobody said anything, but when these cats go live and start doing all this talking and yammering and all this shit, police can easily put this shit together. According to Detective Howard, Pate liked to call out those who were big in the record business so he could ride their fame and achieve name recognition.
So how is it that Roy Lee Pate only called out Yella Beezy? So who are those? Who is Roy Lee clout chasing off of besides Yella Beezy? Because he never called anybody else out. So that whole, according to Detective Howard, Pate liked to call out those who were big in the record business so he could ride their fame. Fam, that shit sound like he came directly from Yella Beezy. Because Yella Beezy has used that verbiage time and time again. He used to tell Mo3 all the time, you niggas want to ride my wave. That's what he used to say. Man, let's go.
Come on now. Man, he ain't doing that, but okay. The license plate for the vehicle driving by the shooter was registered to Sean Griffin, who was allegedly an enforcer for Melvin Noble, a.k.a. Mo3. So they're saying...
So the vehicle that was being driven was registered to Sean G. Shout out to Sean G. If y'all want to check out Sean G on YouTube at the speaker box, he just came home and they doing their thing on YouTube. So yeah, the vehicle that was used in the shooting of DeAndre Conway on the Sam Rayburn Tollway was registered to one Sean G, which is not out of the ordinary because Sean G was, as they said, he was the muscle.
And Mo3 basically had this shit happen, a.k.a. he put his people up to it. About 2 years prior to this incident, Conway and Pate were in a fight at a club, but their issues disappeared. Pate unilaterally reignited the issues when Conway signed his large record deal. Pate began to bring up the old issues to get recognition. Okay. Conway told the detectives that if a suspect were arrested, he didn't want to prosecute the case. Keeping it silent, Yella Beezy, that's exactly how you do it. So y'all see if Mo3 homie would have turned Yella Belly on him, Mo3 could have possibly been in jail for a very long time for sending his homeboy to go shoot at Yella Beezy. They say the car was registered to him. They didn't say he was driving, so they really ain't have nothing. More than likely, police pulled up on him. He ain't say nothing. That's the only thing that could have happened, because you say any damn thing, then so be it. You don't say shit. But the police try to figure it out. And it is what it is. It's not your job to help the investigation out. But number 2, pretty interesting. February 6, 2018, incident involving Devarius Moore, a.k.a. Trap Boy Freddy. Devarius Moore, a.k.a. Trap Boy Freddy, and 3 other men were exiting a party bus at a home located at 4906 Rain Avenue in Dallas, when an unknown suspect drove up in a vehicle and shot and wounded them. The men didn't see who shot them and didn't want to prosecute regardless. There was speculation that Conway may have been somehow involved tangentially because Moore, a.k.a. Trap Boy Freddy, was behind the shooting, but no evidence was ever discovered supporting Conway's involvement in any capacity.
So they saying that Trap Boy Freddy got ran down on by Yella Beezy. Let's look at this again.
Involved tangentially because men didn't see who shot them and didn't want to prosecute regardless. There was speculation that Conway may have been somehow involved tangentially because Moore, a.k.a. Trap Boy Freddy, was behind the shooting, but no evidence was ever discovered supporting Conway's involvement in any capacity.
That don't make sense. These boys did music together. They were on live together after Mo3 passed. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm not sure what's up with that at all. That don't make sense at all. But let's keep listening. What's up, ZK?
How did they get that info? See, if they're going off a hearsay, this case gonna be weak as hell. I'm just gonna be honest. If they're going off a hearsay, this case weak as hell. But they know somebody had to say something And I'm going to be honest, right? This is the reason why Trap Boy Freddy was being hauled off in the court. They want to find out about the shooting. They want to play this in front of the jury. They want to stack on top of stack on top of stack on top of stack on top of evidence to say, hey, he already basically killed Roy Lee or had something to do with it. His cousin, blah, blah, blah. Also, hey, he got shot at by Mo3's people, and Mo3 people shot at him because he said he didn't want to talk about none of this shit. Why wouldn't you want to tell us? Then you're saying, oh, there's another shooting. That's 3 strikes. But we're not done just yet. 2019 incident involving James Bubba Browning. James Bubba Browning was shot to death while walking into the Dixon Grocery Convenience Store at 3752 Dixon Avenue in Dallas. He actually wasn't walking. He was just chilling. Like, come on now. Surveillance video showed 2 shooters exit a van and shoot at Browning with rifles. Investigators learned that Browning had been arrested with Joseph Arnold and Deshaun Smith, who were persons of interest in the murder of Marlo Marshall. All had worked with Marshall. A witness called police.
So who is Marlo Marshall and why did they backdoor this dude? Paula Hall, salute to you, family. Divine Black Rose said these fools are just stupid with money, dumbass. Hey, it's looking that way. I'm trying to see what they talking about with Bubba.
Said he thought the images of the shooters resemble Arnold and Smith and that Marshall had a price on his head. Arnold was arrested for the murder of Marshall. A witness said he heard on the street that Moore, a.k.a. Trap Boy Freddy, and Conway were having an ongoing problem with Melvin Noble, a.k.a. Mo3, and it was believed that in the streets that Moore and Conway put a hit on Melvin Noble. However, no substantive evidence links Conway to Noble's murder. And the state kind of F's their own evidence up. If you bring in Trap Boy Freddy and say that Yella Beezy had his people shoot at Trap Boy Freddy, so Trap Boy Freddy and his people go shoot at Mo3, and that Trap Boy Freddy and Yella put a price on Mo3's head, so why isn't Trap Boy Freddy arrested? Why is he being called as a witness instead of being called to be prosecuted? The things that don't make sense and make your head spin.
I think he ain't being called as I think he being called as a witness and not being arrested is because he didn't gave up something. I honestly do. You know, situations get deep, and this is one of those situations. I really believe Trap Boy Freddy may have told something. I know that's hard to believe. He stomped down Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He the OG of the city, the face of it when it comes to the street side of it. I think Trap Boy Freddy might have said something. Real talk. Because he has done too much incriminating things. He was on the freeway when 3 got killed. He done made all type of diss songs before 3 got killed about dropping bags. Then he made songs, 2 albums worth of songs after 3 got killed. You know, these people done looked into him too many times. The last time that Freddie got locked up, I think he did 6 months. Fed? Come on, man. I think Freddie might be talking.
Continue on. September 29, 2020 incident involving DeJuan Spikes. DeJuan Spikes was found dead from gunshot wounds at 6910 Cockrell Hill Road, Dallas, which appeared to be a trap house. Drugs, money, and a short-barrel rifle found at the scene. Randall Eugene Hunter was the suspect because surveillance cameras captured the license plate of his Dodge Charger fleeing moments after the shooting. Evidence found on Hunter's phone linked him to the murder. Hunter pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. That is insane, man. 20 years for killing somebody? That ain't no justice. There was speculation that Conway had a prior dispute with Spikes, but no evidence exists tying him to his murder or any of Spike's criminal activities. July 6, 2020, incident involving Robert Gaia. Robert Gaia was shot in the head while driving on Central Expressway. He survived but suffered severe brain damage. Guy's girlfriend told DPD detectives that Guy was cheating on her with another woman. The girlfriend had placed a tracker on his car, but it wasn't working. The girlfriend also told detectives that Guy's friend was murdered in Oak Cliff 2 weeks before she heard that a rap group called Mo, I don't know if that's supposed to be pound or hashtag, but made a song about killing her friend. The girlfriend explained that Guy wasn't in a gang, nor was he trying to retaliate against his friend's killers. Rochelle Mears, or I'm going to say Mears right now, was with Guy when he was shot. Mears told detectives that the shooting may be related to a dispute about rap music. Mears showed the police YouTube of a Melvin, well, supposed to be Melvin Noble, but of a Noble, aka Mo 3 song about killing Dro and Duck. Then it switches now to say Mayers said the various more, aka Trapboy Freddy, was aligned with Conway. Gaia had made a rap song with Trapboy Freddy, and Conway was shot, and Noble, aka Mo 3, made a rap song about it. The detectives didn't believe Myers. DPD detectives Howard told Richardson PD detectives that he didn't believe that Noble is a shooter, although he may claim responsibility for the shootings. There were, in fact, no suspects in the Dro and Duck murders. Then we'll leave it with this one. September 7, 2020, incident involving.
Well, there may not be any suspects, but how many of y'all remember Freddie Cousin that went live that night, all emotional, and was talking about how 3 had then ran down on Dro and Duck? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. They already have Freddie classified as a DFW blood. That's a blood set in Oak Cliff, down for whatever. And old girl was claiming the same set in that live video. I'll bring it back up and show it if y'all want.
The various more, aka Trapboy Freddy, was at a gas station filling up air when he was shot in the leg by someone driving in a vehicle. He doesn't know who shot him. He didn't provide information about the suspect vehicle. Moore didn't want to report the incident. Yeah, he was in a hospital, so they're going to pull up on him. 3 days later, on September 10, 2020, when Richardson PD detective heard about Moore being shot in L.A., he called DPD detective Howard and told him that Trapboy Freddy and his associates have so many enemies that no one's aware of who is shooting at whom. That's some insane shit to say. We'll end it right here. This gangster rap stuff, y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want me to put this on the Reloaded channel. So the state is trying to basically paint Yella Beezy as a person who put hits on people, who get people shot, who's been shot at by people on Mo 3 side. So it would make sense that gradually, if he was feuding with Roy Lee, that he himself will go ahead and put a bag on Mo 3's head because he already got Roy Lee out the way, allegedly. I'm not saying this shit. That's what the paperwork is alluding to. I will say this, though. The state is playing a very dirty game. And I get why you would want to delay a lot of these. I get why you would want to delay a lot of these. I get why you would want to delay this case in particular and fight it out with emotions, because ain't nothing like you finding out some stuff you should have found out a long time ago without crossing your T's and dotting your I's, and you got to sit in front of the judge and try to explain it when it's time for you to go to trial. So I get people saying, yo, this trial is taking way too dang long and we should already been did this and been did that. And you're not wrong if you're one of those people who are saying it. But at the same dang time, they've been sitting on their hands, meaning the freaking DA's office. But the fact that there's no speedy trial that I can recall says a lot that needs to be said, because they can take their time with this shit. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're not in a rush to hurry up and get somebody a life sentence if their case isn't strong enough. This evidence right here does not sway me to say that the prosecution is going to make the case. If anything, what it shows is DPD is lazy as hell. Y'all had evidence to arrest people before it got so damn bad. Y'all didn't care, more than likely because y'all got gang units, y'all got special detectives, y'all got regular detectives, y'all got constables, y'all got rangers, y'all got PDs, y'all got highway PDs. So This shit right here, quote unquote gang war stuff, it keeps too many regular people who want to be Billy Badass employed. Not just the police. Look past the police and look at all these divisions. And you'll see. It's nothing but a waste of taxpayer dollars. If y'all want to arrest people and hold them under suspicion because you know that they're bad people, I don't think the rest of the public is too much going to trip. The public should be tripping right now that y'all let it get out of hand like this, because Mo3 ass should have been arrested and questioned for a bunch of things in hell for a very long time.
That's true. Mo3 should have been questioned. Hell, all of them should have been questioned. But the fact of the matter is, now that they got everybody in place, people, like I said, people gonna start folding. Jose Bodega, Devin Brown.
Yeah, they gonna fold like a cheap 10.
I'm trying to tell you, they already in place. Keywan White, he trying to keep it solid because I feel like he gonna get something out of this. Which you're not gonna get nothing shorter than life. That's all you gonna get. He been on YouTube more than we have. 3-4 times out the week. Just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, Keywan White, he can hold the mantle for Yella Beezy, but Jerry Johnson, Jose Bodega, Devin Brown, that's all they need. When it comes to GRC, that's the hierarchy as far as Jerry Johnson goes. So this is crazy. And the fact that they are incorporating Roy Lee into this and Bubba as well, yeah, it's gonna be this is gonna be wild. They do not want talk of Bubba and Roy Lee in this trial, and I believe they're gonna do everything in their power to make sure that motions are filed to the point where they can't bring that up. Period. Because it may sound circumstantial, but dang fool, you got your cousin saying that he did that. He handled that business. When it set out for it seems like.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to beat.
That's gonna be very hard to beat. It's gonna be very hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? So, and this paperwork came out a couple of days ago, but this is gonna be. I don't know when it might be 2027 before we get anything on this. But when it comes, it's gonna come like a hailstorm. Just mark my word, it's gonna come like a hailstorm. We talked a lot about rainwater coming in to testify. I don't think that's gonna happen. Freddie is supposed to testify. Of course, Jossie Banks is gonna testify. There's gonna be a lot of people lined up, and they're gonna be on Yella Beezy team. And unfortunately, I feel like they're gonna be pointing their fingers at Yella Beezy. Yeah.
I feel like they building this up to back Trap Boy into a corner where he ain't got no choice but to point at Yella Beezy.
I think that may be the case too. But it's a lot that didn't happen with Freddie. You know, in early 2025, Freddie came home from a 6-month Fed bid. And they caught Freddie with some stuff, and you know, he had a tiger at one point in time in the house, all type of weird stuff, man. So, you know, I don't know, man. It's still stuff that's underlying that we don't know about, and as the trial gets closer, we'll learn more. But from what is coming out now, it's looking like they're gonna throw the book at him, and they're gonna have to really fight hard to keep Yella Beezy from, you know, not doing the rest of his life behind bars. That's just my opinion on it, my take. Will they get the DP? I'm willing to say that he may elude that, but I'm not. It's not out of the realm of possibility to see this young man do life if, you know what I'm saying, the chips fall the way I think they're going to fall. Because everybody finna be trying to save themselves.
If the capital was still there, that's a tough hill to climb, fam. Especially in the state of Texas, fam.
Well, it is. It's still there. It's still there. So we just have to see how this thing turn out. And right now, as it stands today, it ain't looking too good for Yella Beezy, man. It's really not looking too good for Yella Beezy. Shout out to Nash for the content. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's not looking too good for him, man. And I mean, everybody, you getting a growing crowd of people that say, "Hey, man, Mo3 was a bully." Well, they laying it out for you. They laying it out for you, and they damn near giving a reason why Mo3 took the stance that he took. You know, you say that Roy Lee was a clout chaser, and instead of taking it to the ring or letting the man get his one, y'all dump him out. Y'all unalive him. Then the same thing with Bubba, and now with 3, yeah, that's a cycle. That's a vicious cycle. So I don't know, fam. You know, with this little information, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Yella Beezy. You know, rest in peace to his mom or whatever. But yeah, it's not looking good at all, fam. So I can't wait till they finally set a date and commit to that date for trial, because that's gonna be one for the ages. Real talk. And I still don't know how they gonna lay this thing out, because you got people like Devin Brown is supposed to have his own singular trial. You got people like Key1 is supposed to have his own singular trial, and then Yella Beezy is supposed to have his own singular trial. I'm not even sure about Jared Johnson. Jared Johnson been locked up for a minute, so we're gonna see. As more information come out, you know we're gonna talk about it. We got to. This is one we've been looking forward to for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care how nobody feel about it. Justice for Mo3. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Fam, have y'all seen this story about this St. Louis rapper that got unalived on his birthday? And these folks double back and amped his funeral out. I think they came inside the funeral and amped it out. Have y'all seen that? Anyway,
I seen a little bit of it, but I didn't really get to see all of it.
We finna get into it now. Don't worry about it.
Movie, we the directors. The cameraman never died.
Yeah, I know what's going on. What y'all got me for? Come on, Kalia! Kalia, this way! Go out this way and stay. Get out this way. Why is not it? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Come on. Everybody, get the fuck out of here. Come on. One shake. Run. Come on. Get in the car. Yeah. My car right there. My car right my truck. Where is Jada?
After gunfire broke up a funeral service in Ferguson with hundreds of mourners inside.
Police say shots were fired inside and outside of the funeral home.
Find out what you need, throw it in sport for extra speed. Glock 19, fuck Glock and knees, standing over him till you freeze.
Bob knows you guys listen to Voice of Cam. My current location is going to be Ferguson, Missouri. I'm near the intersection of Airport Road in South Florissant. I'm right here at Coates Branch Mortuary where we got word of a shooting that transpired during some type of service. At the current time, investigators are doing their investigation. The shooting did injure some people. We have been led to believe approximately 3 to 4 people have been shot. Now, their injuries, we do not know. However,
talk about how this is a tragedy when someone else is visiting the funeral and their loved one.
Anytime you have a shooting, it's a tragedy in our community, of course, but it's kind of unfortunate, because you have loved ones that come to a funeral to grieve, a member of their family, and unfortunately, subjected to this type of chaos.
Man, this is crazy, fam. Aaron, I see you in the building. Salute to you, home. This is crazy, man. It's the drill rap, fam. I swear to God. The drill rap, it's on a whole nother level, fam. It ain't even about becoming a star or packing out event centers or venues and getting a nice back end. You can't do none of that with this drill shit. I don't get it. So stop being a criminal or affiliating with criminals. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. This shit right here, ain't nothing coming from it but death. You're going to get you about 6 months to a year and a half full of popularity. And then it's flatline. I know this personally, fam. This demon has affected my family in a way that we still can't explain. Yeah, the clout from the videos and what you done did in the streets, it's gonna hit and you gonna feel good about it. But you on the clock. You on the clock. Plain and simple.
And that's the part they forget.
Yes. And don't nothing come from this shit, bro. Ain't no record label finna come to you and ask you, to negotiate no deal, nothing. This is the end result right here. Period.
Funeral in St. Louis turned into chaos after gunfire erupted, leaving family and friends traumatized. 3 people were shot, several others were injured by shattered glass, and even one person was struck by a vehicle trying to flee the scene. I had to bring it to you guys' attention, fam. As I gathered as much verified information as possible, it became clear this funeral was for a local rapper who was tragically gunned down on his birthday. A heartbreaking cycle of violence that seems impossible to escape where he's from. In the days leading up to the service, fake social media pages popped up spreading rumors and disrespect, pushing his mother to respond publicly, something no parent should ever have to do. Now there's speculation, and growing speculation at that, about what truly took place during this funeral itself. One family member has since spoken out to clear up one specific rumor, while many questions still remain unanswered. Today we're going to break this one down in chronological order, identify the victim, pay our respects, see where he's from, how he lost his life, and how today's events connect. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it.
Man, OG Chevy Rider, what's up with it? Salute to you, home. Said, and the mother recorded it and all the way until she got into the car. Yeah, we got to see this, fam. And I really don't like how the mother was speaking afterwards. We're finna see. Because I just seen bits and pieces of this. But this is crazy, y'all.
Earlier today, an unidentified woman had went to her Instagram page to voice her concerns and opinion about a local funeral she had just attended.
Or what the fuck happened, but that wrong is a motherfucker. Motherfucker should be able to say goodbye to the motherfuckers that they lost without fucking it's like that shit is weird. Fuck, that's corny as lame. Nothing gonna go by smooth for y'all. Nothing is gonna go by. Nothing. Nothing. That's ugly and lame as a motherfucker. That's corny as a motherfucker.
Apparently, she attended the funeral of a 19-year-old man identified as Stephon Miramon of St. Louis.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. It's another part that they don't talk about. When you live this type of life, and you know what I'm saying, you spinning, and you know what I'm saying, getting the drop on niggas and backdooring niggas and all this whole weird stuff, and you making all these raps about celebrating the deaths of people that's no longer with us. Fam, when it's your turn, good luck. Good luck. Because when my nephew died, it took an act of God to get us into a sanctuary to funeralize him. Nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to do it. Davenport and Harris didn't want to do it. A few other funeral homes in the city did not want to do it. No churches wanted to do it. And I just want to say shout out to Sardis Baptist Church on the west side. You know what I'm saying? One of my partners pulled some strings and he got it done. And everything went off without a you know what I'm saying, incident. And we was able to lay my loved one to rest. But fam, when you move like this and you carry on like this, nobody wants to funeralize you, fam. Just imagine that. You can't even put your loved one in the ground. Yeah. Cause these niggas is, hey, if you have a visual, we gonna blow it down. If you have a funeral, we pulling up. They don't talk about that shit when they put niggas in woods and all that old weird shit. Boy, this generation, they gotta wake up. They gotta wake up fast, fam.
It's also a local rapper who's identified as HB.
Let's go home and break her back in. Look, groupie bitch passenger seat, just sit back while I'm slapping. Do a TikTok, open her eyes, pause it, and get the cracking. I like my
HB allegedly a blood. He represents the SMAC team, a set formed in the city of Moreline Acres in St. Louis County, around Leonard Drive and Bourbon Drive. Some say it's the age range of 14 to 21, known to have beef with different Crips throughout the city, and even Bloods. It's a neighborhood that get vlogged often. They talked about not being able to even throw cookouts, because if the opposition see it, they might shoot it up.
It's a movie, man. This shit a movie. We the directors. The cameraman never died.
You know, I know they're gonna see this. They say, is this every day or is it just for the vlog, man?
Why you think we moving like this? This ain't nothing new. We moving like we here.
This like this. We see this like this every day. Back our hand, man. It's like a lifestyle.
I was doing a little research too on like the area and how far I go back with all that. Like, how far this hood go back, or like how far y'all say y'all got out here?
So, boy, what we do, we roam the whole entire acre. This straight out shit.
And shame on this platform. I mean, listen, bro. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about calamity, people losing their life. But fam, listen, this platform that has so many children on it that ain't living no more. Bloodhound, Lil Jeff, his little partner, Q, what the nigga name is? I don't know them niggas, man. But all the little drill niggas, they be on this channel right here, man. And you giving these niggas a spotlight, and the people that oppose them do not like that. It accelerates their clock. Like, real talk. Q50, that nigga, yeah, bro.
How long been over here?
Cause I see like it's like some big bros too that's around too. Like
we got some big bros. You know, we got some big bros. We've been running this before a little minute, you know, for a couple of years. So this ain't really no new shit. You know, really been running it. And then on their side, they got our block. You hear me? Yeah, we right across the street, and we can go miles right across the street. We gonna go up. We gonna take y'all over there. We gonna go over there. So how we run the whole Chambers 367.
So everybody like originally from this area, or did like a few people migrate over?
It go like this. A lot of hate this area. Like every song you ever heard 367 songs. is intimidated by with something, bro. You heard Chad was at 367 and a lot of the songs from St. Louis. They don't like this area. we go. They can't even. You can't even say that because like you don't even know.
Yeah, you feel me? Think you locked in?
Yeah, it was one of the hoes that he been on. One of his partners that passed away sisters, you know. But we ain't even gonna get a tall letter. I'm just, you know, I don't even know. You can't even answer that shit. Everybody, you don't know. You don't even know the next motherfucker's intentions. You can't push it past nobody.
Think it's hell.
Yeah. We should go this way. Yeah, you can't push it past nobody down here, man.
And the crazy part about it, you put a spotlight on this type shit, and lo and behold, the opposition catch you. Hey, man, if you sit with them, you get hit with them. And lo and behold, something happened while you out there filming, thinking about content. This ain't content, fam. This is not content. Neo, what's popping, family? Yeah, y'all hit the like button, man. If y'all can donate to the channel, please donate to the channel. I appreciate you. Much love.
They straight watch. Look, hey, put the camera on them. I told you, police back up.
Yeah.
Police, them is our. I told you my main enemy. I was saying about that street. They know. The police know. That's why the neighborhood be tripping like that, man. They watching us. Look, this one here.
It look crazy though, like having this open field like this, like
a
how it be in the summertime, like what that be like a block parties, what y'all be getting into?
Hey, this would be lit as a motherfucker to a block party right here, wouldn't it?
Right here, a big bonfire or something.
They gonna
throw all that wood back there, burn all that.
They gonna ride past switching this one.
You make the goofy stand in the back.
Man, I ain't gonna lie though. This would be lit as a. I straight wish we could do like that, but we be hating down here, man. To see you getting all the bitches and the bitches all on your block, they'll come shoot up the block because the bitches over here. Just because they ain't getting no bitches, man. These find any way to hate. They priorities up.
So you don't think it'd be like even real reasons why beef gets started? It just be like people want some beef regardless.
Most of it don't be no. We ain't never shot at each other, never said nothing to each other. It just be on some pride.
Now, shout out to On the Couch TV. You guys want to check the entirety of that interview out, I'll leave the link in the bio. But I wanted you guys to hear that last quote, especially. We ain't never shot at each other. He don't really know what the beef be about. But it's crazy because in the start of 2026, that interview was done in 2025. A prominent member from that area was gunned down and, well, some say, backdoored by his own homie on his birthday, which will make sense on why the chaos went down at his funeral. And a family member had to let it be known no shooter walked inside that funeral home. On January 5th, 2026 at 2:27 a.m., officers from the city of Jennings Precinct responded to a call of service for a shooting on the 2000 block of Swisher Avenue. Upon arrival, officers located a male who had been shot. Unfortunately, the victim had died from his injuries on the scene, and at the time, no suspect was in custody. The victim later being identified as 19-year-old Stefan, aka HD, and he rest in peace. Love and condolences to his family. But here's where things get tricky. Mind you, fam, it was his birthday. And on top of that, it was a backdoor situation, according to people around him. There was no arrest. Certain people knew it, but they wouldn't speak on it. And that's why little information on his demise has yet to be disclosed in 3 weeks. But if you knew, you knew. And the people close to him knew. And seeing people allegedly affiliated with that situation at the funeral, a huge no-no. And don't forget, Smack Team did have enemies. And they wasted no time going back and forth on social media. But people close to HD knew they had nothing to do with it. And there was some back and forth. HD mom had went to Facebook and said to follow. The internet don't bother me. All the negative comments don't bother me because when he was breathing, y'all didn't play with him. Simple. She also wrote, y'all please let them people troll. Stop going back and forth with people because Stefan was smoking on they people too. You'll never win with the internet. 2 weeks in, family of HD let it be known that the funeral was pushed back due to severe weather. 3 weeks later, January 28, 2026.
For your mama to know that you was making songs smoking on them dead folks, man, come on, man. What's really going on? How old is the mama, man? It's like, damn.
And see, that was the problem I had. They sit around and celebrate this shit. Until that child be the quieter one in the church, then it's a problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hate to say it, but you're right.
Sheisty family will hold his funeral. It was at Cotton Branch Mortuary on South Florissant, near Hereford Avenue. Hundreds were in attendance, but suddenly, about an hour in, shots were fired inside and outside the Ferguson funeral home. 6 people were injured. 3 were shot with non-life-threatening injuries. 3 others were hurt as mourners scrambled to escape. Don Hall, who was sitting in her car across the street, said she heard gunshots and saw people running. Quote, "I'm just sitting here in my car. Then I heard gunshots. And I looked up and I saw the people running out saying, 'Run, they shooting in there.'" The people quickly went online to insinuate the funeral home was shot up. Then a family member quickly wrote for clarification. No one walked in the funeral home and started shooting. Leaving HD uncle go to Facebook and wrote, "I hate you little ants from the bottom of my heart."
6 people are injured after gunfire broke up a funeral service in Ferguson with hundreds of mourners inside.
Police say shots were fired inside and outside of the funeral home around noon. It happened at the Cotton Branch Mortuary and Cremation Services on North Florissant Road. That's where 5 on Your Side's Megan Kernan has been on the scene for more than 6 hours. Megan.
Damn, they didn't have her in the trenches long as hell. But for real, man, listen. You gotta be a bold soul. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To take that money for that funeral. Like I said, with my nephew, we knew somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much the only way that we could get my nephew funeralized, man. Don't nobody want these problems, man. Nobody. And she be circulating on social media, you know, don't do this. Don't do this. If we find out where y'all at and y'all doing this, we coming to spray it up, you know, all of that type of shit. That shit crazy, man. So I never had no beef. I had to worry about when we was trying to pull jack moves. Well, and that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have haters, but this is a different type of hate, bro. This is, you know.
That nigga mother was stepping on shit for real. Then to go to that lane, dude stepping on some shit for real.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Mike, sources tell 5 on Your Side this funeral had been rescheduled to today, meant to be a private service to mourn an 18-year-old loved one. Instead, that grief was interrupted by gunfire. I talked to a family member who said he was trying to say goodbye to his nephew when chaos suddenly broke out. Ferguson police say the first 911 call came in just before noon, and gunfire came from both inside and outside the Cotton Branch funeral home on North Florissant Road. Within 2 minutes, the first officer arrived to what Chief Troy Doyle called complete chaos, with people running in every direction. Police say 6 people were hurt, 3 were shot, 2 people were injured by flying glass, and 1 person was hit by a car trying to leave the parking lot. All are expected to survive. Now, Chief Doyle says it's another heartbreaking example of violence invading spaces meant for peace.
Anytime you have a shooting, it's a tragedy in our community, of course, you know, but it's kind of unfortunate, you know, because you have loved ones that come to a funeral to grieve, you know, a member of their family, and unfortunately, you know, subjected to this type of chaos.
I counted at least 31 evidence markers at the scene and saw several cars shattered by bullets, including cars of family members attending the funeral. Police confirm multiple people are in custody, and detectives are continuing to interview witnesses tonight. Live in Ferguson, Megan Kernan, 5 on Your.
You know, the more I do these stories, the further I feel like I get pushed back from reality. I mean, of course we lived it for those who did, but it's like we talking about this every day. Ain't nothing normal about having your funeral shot up with somebody in attendance, knowing your mother, family, and friends paying their respects, and hard-earned money had to go into putting that together. And for people like me and Christians, man, that's the house of the Lord. All that is gone out the window. It was hard, but relatively quick for me to find out this information because I'm used to doing this. This is my research. This is what I do. But this is not my generation. too far disconnected. I don't know nothing they doing no more. I'm sending 11 prayers to the victim's family. Once again, rest in peace to Stefan. Fam, this was the story of a young man gunned down on his birthday. We talking about a well-known local rapper with millions of views. Some say backdoor by his own homie, leaving his funeral to be shot up. 6 people injured, 3 people physically shot. Thank God they survived. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well-known rapper. I mean, that shit is cool, but millions of views, that shit is cool too. My nephew had all of that. Yeah, it ain't nothing for him now.
Right, you on the ground.
Yeah.
So that don't even matter no more.
You know, we used to talk about the fact that, you know, doing all of this shit for people that don't, you know, even when I was younger, you put on a show for all of these folks that's watching, the folks that's heaping clout up on you, and then when you pass away, these folks, half of them don't even show up at your funeral. They just in the comments. And it's sad. Human life means nothing anymore. And that's absolutely right. We so desensitized to it, and more so than us, the kids. The kids are so desensitized to this type stuff. You know, you think about Ferguson, Missouri. Was Ferguson, y'all help me.
Michael
Brown. Okay. Michael Brown, Ferguson, Missouri. Where was that? 2014, somewhere in that area? When all of that happened to Michael Brown and the whole country came to Ferguson to protest?
Yeah, I think that was. I don't know exactly what year, but they were clapping shit then.
So you think about this, bro. You think about this. The kids that were in this video when that was happening with Michael Brown was babies. You know? When I say we are desensitized to this type of stuff. And when you desensitize to it, how can you fix it? Because it ain't a big deal. It shit ain't no big deal. It's just somebody then got smacked, you know? And as long as we feel like that, there's nothing that can be done. You know, I remember when I was younger and I would lose a loved one, I'd lose a partner or something. That shit would hurt like hell for probably a week. And niggas is back on that same shit. Now, it's like...
It don't even affect no nigga. They just like, okay, nigga gone. We back to regular schedule programming type shit.
Exactly. I remember losing partners, and I was like, shit, I don't want to hear no type of gangster music or nothing, because you and your feelings about your people. Man, these niggas here, they use that shit as fuel to get back out there and make something shake. And with an attitude like that, fam, it's like, bro, this shit will never stop. I hate
whole generation doomed almost to hell.
Right. Absolutely right. Dang, boy. The street where the funeral home is where the protest was for Mike Brown. Boy, how ironic. How ironic. I tell you, it's sad. Said maybe it just don't feel that long ago. Yep, but it was. It was. 2014, you know, that little stretch was horrible because you had Mike Brown, you had Trayvon Martin, and, you know, life went on. Life went on. And the more that you see it, the more you get desensitized to it, especially these kids, man. I don't know what can be done. Real talk, I don't know what can be done, fam. Cause these kids, they on a different type of time. You know, I seen an Instagram reel today that had mentioned Trey Slime and was mentioning Trey Slime like he was the Terminator or something. So evidently Trey Slime is, you know, on the road to recovery.
Yeah, and that's the wrong thing to be putting out, man.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's the wrong signal to be putting out when the enemy's still walking around.
Right. It's like, damn, who put this out? First of all, who put this out? And second of all, who in the hell feel like this was in good taste? That's all I'm saying. Who thought this was in good? I wish I could find it, fam. It's like, who thought that this was a good idea? To not just, you know, taunt whoever was trying to get this accomplished, but the whole fact of, bro, don't send this type of message to this young nigga. He done dodged death 3 times. He need to be having his ass in the house, doing a course, trying to get a degree or something. The street shit ain't for you. God trying to tell you that. He said, bro, I'm 29. The disconnect came from me to my 15, 18-year-old little cousins is going. It is crazy. It is crazy, bro. It's like these young niggas don't have no hope. And subconsciously, I believe all them young niggas feel like that they gonna cross that threshold into the afterlife. They living like that's gonna be the final result. Anyway, no hope. No hope, fam. The Terminator got the Terminator. Yes. Man, I wish I could find that, fam. They acting like this nigga the Terminator. Man, you gotta be out your mind, bro. Sit your ass down and find something safe to do, bro. You know, I always feel like when God give you a God-given talent to do something beyond what your peers are capable of, and you discard it for some bullshit, you already know what it is, man. You gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that. And I'm not trying to be religious or nothing, but this just law. It's law. Some of us go our whole lives not realizing our blessings, what God has blessed us with. We have to search ourselves and figure out our true talents in life. And you got somebody like Lil Trey Slime who, you know, got a mean crossover. You know what I'm saying? Is an athlete good enough to get a D1 scholarship, and you just lay that shit down for street shit. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And I feel like there's a threshold where you cross where you just shit on the gifts that God give you, and you just say, I'm doing me. Well, in that instance, God will let you do you. But you gotta understand.
Yeah, he gonna let you do you and gonna come and get you.
Right.
If you don't straighten the fuck up.
If God give you a talent, God will finance it. He will finance it. He will let you go hard in that talent and will bless you all the way through. But if you set his talent down for something that the devil is offering, because the devil will bless you. The devil will give you gifts and presents. But boy, when it's time to pay up, when that back end hit, but that shit hit like a Mack truck.
Hell of a price, ain't it?
It was a hell of a price, and he want it now. He want it now. Boy, you get grace, favor, mercy with that talent. You leave that talent on the floor. Best to believe. You gonna know. You gonna know. Cause when it hits you, the first thing you gonna think about, man, I could have been doing this. I could have been doing it. I could have, yeah, you could have. You could have. You forsake that for some dumb shit. And the Lord knows I hope Trey Slime make it out the way he can live a life that's, at least halfway comfortable, Damn, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. OG Snake Spider in the building. What's up with you, home? Salute to you, homie.
OG Snake Spider, what poppin'?
Yeah, man, but I see these kids, man. These kids, boy, they just, man. I tell this story all the time. I say about 3 weeks before my nephew died, he was at the house with his dad, and he walked in and he was like, "Sonny, right, you gonna watch the Bama game with us this weekend?" And bro was like, "Man, Pop, don't nobody watch Bama no more. You got some rubber bands?" And he's like, "Yeah, it should be some in the kitchen in the drawer by the sink." And little bro went in the kitchen. He went in the kitchen. He grabs the rubber bands and he goes to banding up. If it wasn't 10 bands, it was close to 10 bands, And all of that looked good and it sound good. And I'm pretty sure that's a hell of a feeling to walk around with 10 bands on you at your disposal. But, not even 3 weeks later, he ain't here. No, it's just, boy, I tell you, it's sad. It's sad, bro. And that's just one story in the line of many. I talk on here, but I have talked to plenty of kids. I mentored the kids and tried to get them, to look at life in a positive way. And they, it's hard. It's hard because, you can push positive and positivity on these kids, but a lot of times, and I realized this in Beltsman, Alabama, when I'm mentoring these kids, fam, you got to drop them off in the same situation that you just picked them up out of, So whatever you done told them, they done flash right back to reality. In the house with a mama that got a nigga living with her, that knocking her upside the head. In the house with a sister that's super promiscuous and you know what I'm saying, what she doing, and that type of shit, bro. It's just you sit and you wonder when will this shit end and how do we fix it? And honestly, I don't know. Fam. So these youngsters don't have anything to live for and are willing to die for just that, nothing. And I agree. I agree, fam. I agree. It's these two little kids that was on the internet for a good little while. One of them name is Courtney, and the other one, let me think. His name is Quiz. Yeah. And y'all remember Quiz from the video of him being down in, I think, Louisiana or something. And the story is that Quiz then offed his cousin. And I don't know what it was about, but he offed his cousin, and his mama was in the bathroom just giving him the business, yelling at him like a dog, like he wasn't nothing. Well, I talked to that young dude quite a bit, and it had got bad for him. He couldn't come back to his city because niggas was on his head so bad. So they moved, and I didn't see them anymore. But they ended up doing big things. I guess you can call it big things. They linked up with the bro named 607 and I think they was supposed to go and live with him for like a month and do content, and he was gonna pay him, and they started beefing because they wanted to get paid right then and all this good old stuff. But yeah, bro ended up locked up. Now his little brother Courtney, he's still out, but Quez ended up getting locked up. I'm not sure for what, you know what I'm saying, but they was doing their thing for a minute. But I talked to this dude, and he didn't want to live that type of life, man. Evidently, I say it like this. From what he was telling me, he didn't want to live that type of life. But when the clout started coming in and the fame or whatever, then they kind of rock with it, you know. But he was probably one of the last kids that I really mentored to. I don't really do it no more because my son 15, and I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. It take everything in my body to keep his head screwed on straight. You know? That's just real. And I hate that I jumped off of, you know, what we was doing to talk about this, but it kind of resonate with me, and I hate to see these kids going out like that. And then, you know, the fact that they done came and shot up these folk funeral, that is just insane. Insane. And it's damn near normal to these kids and these kids' parents. Like, what is y'all doing? What is y'all doing, fam? This shit is wild.
I mean, these kids got to the point they parent and police themselves anyway, but the parents sit around and congratulate and cheerlead this shit until they child is the quiet one in the church, and then everybody want to be mad. No, man, you can't say you wrong. It's okay to say you wrong.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And as much as you want to, you can't be friends with these kids, man. You gotta discipline these kids. Show them a little tough love, man. Because the world gonna show them the world gonna show them tough love and worse. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Sky Alex said, "It is dude sad when all a black man can think about is leaving this world." Yeah, that is sad. It is sad. I love my city, but I gotta stay away from that. And that's how it be. That's how it be. You can't say the community and not say your own family first. I respect that. Fam, I got to. And my son, he trips out because, you know, we don't go to church every Sunday, but some Sundays I do go to church, and man, it's grown kids in the church. You know what I'm saying? 20s and early 30s. And he like to say, man, Pop, these folk glazing you. It ain't that they glazing me. They just remember. They remember. All right. I righteously hold on. Fam, I righteously pulled my heart out to some of these kids, man. I did what I could, you know. because I know what an at-risk kid looks like. I know the situations that they come from. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to pick a kid up and bring them to church, take them back home, take them to dinner or something, then it is what it is. Anything to get them out of that situation, to try to help, you know?
Right, man, because that's a lot of them need it, bro. I mean, we done had to come through some of them same situations, whether we want to believe it or not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I done been in situations where, you know, I done woke up on a Saturday morning and got dressed and waited all day for my old man to pull up, and he never did, you know. So I have a heart naturally for these kids, man. You know, and when I had mine, I said that would never, he would never have to sit there and wonder, you know, where I am, why I'm not supporting. You know, you ain't gonna be able to look out in the crowd at a basketball game or a football game and not see me. You know, some of these kids don't have that. And for the simple reason that they don't have that type of structure, they do whatever. They do whatever for love. They do whatever for acceptance. And so you got a bunch of young niggas that just, you know, lost. And they gravitate to whatever show them love. And they click so they show them love, you know. And for the simple reason that these kids that they gravitate to show them love, they'll die behind that. They'll die behind that. And that's sad to me, fam. That is sad to me. And I wish like hell I could change it. You know, a lot of people talk bad about my nephew because, you know, he had a bad reputation. But the simple fact of the matter is he just was a young kid that wanted to, you know what I'm saying, be accepted. He was fair complected. He had pretty eyes and curly hair, so he got bullied. You know, and when you get bullied and you stand up for yourself, people take notice. And so guys came to help. And Lord knows we would have never thought that him receiving help would turn out to be what it was, you know. And because these guys showed love and, you know what I'm saying, he had been fighting by himself and defending himself for so long, he locked in with him. He locked in with him and he was head over heels with him. You know what I'm saying? He did some things that God knows he shouldn't have done. And he paid for it. But I know where that came from. I know where that came from. You know. Let me get to these comments, man. Black Barbie said, but you are a great father and you handle your shit, fam. I appreciate it. I appreciate it for real. Said, trust me, your son will understand when he gets older, man. I really hope so. I really hope so. Because it's two sides to that coin. You got kids that don't have that and they long for it. And then you got kids that always have had that. And so they kind of take it for granted. You know, so that's a whole nother situation. So that's the problem site, man. We don't want to be wrong. Accountability is like kryptonite to some black folks. I swear to God, fam. Real talk, bro. You did a lot with their father. You did a lot of their father of what their father didn't do. I tried. I tried, man. There's one kid, and he, out of all places, he live in Alaska now. But man, I stuck with that kid, man, because he was a little goofy kid, and he had got on the praise dance team, and he took it for a joke, but he was praise dancing at the church one Sunday, and while he was playing, spirit had got in him, and it was just crazy. And man, I mentored that kid, man, and we went places, and you know what I'm saying, I would take him for lunch on Saturdays and stuff, pick him up for church or whatever. And he grew up to be a pretty good kid. He was door dashing one night, and I know this gonna sound crazy, but this happens in our city. He was door dashing, and he was in the outskirts of the city, on the edge of the city, a little town called Fairfield. He pulled up to get some Gatorade, you know what I'm saying, and get some gas, and dude just pulled up and draped my boy out. He had to learn how to walk and everything. You know, he wasn't even gunning for my dude, but he did him dirty. You know how dudes hang out at the gas station. Dude pulled up, hopped out, and just started dumping. And the little homie had to learn how to walk again. He had to learn how to, you know, do a lot of things motor skills wise, and you know, he just wondered why. And I said, man, sometimes you don't even have to ask why. You're going through a certain situation. A lot of times the situations that you're going through is showing you how strong you are. You know, the fact of the matter that you're here is a testament to you and who sent you. And you still got something to offer, you know? So he made it, and he got back up to speed, and he ended up moving, man. He stays in, I want to say, Hawaii. And he got him a fiance and everything. He living good. But shout out to Lil Jamal, bro. That was my homie. I used to come all the way from Hoover to the west side to come and get my dog, and just to show him a good time, you know what I'm saying? And that was back in the day. He grown up now, and I'm glad he was able to grow up and do something good and, you know, have a productive life. A lot of these kids don't make it. They don't. You showed up. I mean, they didn't have anyone to pull up on them. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Divine Black Rose. Say, I'm praying on the return of my baby boy. I'm continuing to pray for his safe return, and that he is not missing. People, pay attention to your kids as adults or children. Man, listen. I got your back. I'm gonna be saying some prayers for you too. You already know, and you know you got full access. You can bang my line anytime you want to. We'll chop it up if you want to, and we can, you know what I'm saying? We can pray. Man, I'm a real man. A real man know that, you know what I'm saying, he the head of his household, but God is the head of his life. That's facts. You gotta hold your head high. Hold your head, my God. The answer's out there. We just gotta find it. Shout out to all the real fathers out there. OG Chevy Rider, you already know what it is, bro. You already know what it is. And we try. You know, I don't mentor like I used to, but I try to be in the lives of my son's friends. You know, you gotta know who they are as well. That's a whole nother situation where you gotta know who they are so that you can tell, you know, and sometimes they don't listen. But you gotta at least give it a shot. Hey man, that one ain't for you. That one ain't for you. That one is here for solely to benefit off of you. You know what I'm saying? And don't take anything. If a dude dirty macking on you, please believe that he ain't to be trusted. a pillow talking homeboy is not to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? That story reminds me of Jamie Foxx when he mentored little homie. Yeah, man. For real. For real, man. My dog, he went through rehab. He learned how to walk again. He got everything back that he thought was taken from him. And I thank God for that. Thank God for that. Now, bro, the world is on fire right now everywhere. It is. It is. And I try to stay away from the politics of it and what we see going on every day, but it's sickening. It's sickening. It's an epidemic in our community. We're losing a whole generation of youngsters, and that's real. It's a genocide going on. You know, so we thought it was genocide in the 90s, but we was out here doing whatever. Man, it's to a level now that it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, fam. And the reason why it's so sad is because the world is a way lot less forgiving today than it was 20, 30 years ago. I tell my son every day, I said, son, you feel me? The jobs that they had for people that didn't apply themselves in school and was just did enough to get by, them jobs are being replaced by AI and computers. Hey, you're not finna go work at McDonald's no more and think you finna, you know what I'm saying, work a register. No. There's an app for that. There's an app for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They said Amazon finna cut more jobs than they didn't cut in the last, I want to say 5 years.
But they know where we headed, and it's somewhere it ain't good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, to see people, you know, in control just sit up and bold-faced lie to us. Like, damn, what are we doing? What time warp are we in where people just sit up and just piss on your head and say that it's raining? And you better believe it. You better believe it.
Yeah, it's gonna be consequences if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Here the things, fam. I talk my mess, but it's a double like to protect. It's a double like to protect my hurt of my son. I know. We're gonna talk about it. And like I said, man, don't ever hesitate to hit me up. Don't ever hesitate to hit me up. We can always chop it up. So the second shutdown coming next month or March. You think so, Chocolate? Jesus Christ. Didn't want to hear that. Didn't want to hear that. I mean, you see it everywhere you go. You see it everywhere you go, fam. The job market is beyond ridiculous, and that's me being nice about it. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. It really is. It's a crazy world and a cold game. Man, y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit the like button, fam. And if y'all can donate to the channel, donate to the channel. It's good ground, fam. Trust and believe it's good ground. This weekend, if they don't come to an agreement, it's, oh, Lord.
Well, it's partially shut down now, but on Monday, if they don't come to a full agreement, I'm so sick of this foolishness.
I swear. It's like, fam, These folks, boy. It's bizarro world.
Yeah, like damn playing the blame game. Do what's right.
Yeah, like for real. And it's like, shit, don't say nothing. I heard Don Lemon got him though. What's up with Don Lemon? Y'all heard about Don Lemon?
Yeah, I heard about Don Lemon. He might be going to a place where he like it, you know. But I digress.
How the hell Don Lemon get to go to the feds? Boy, I tell you.
The same reason why everybody in the Epstein files needs to be in the fed.
Man, you are crazy, bro. You are crazy.
But I think by them releasing them Epstein files the way they did, it's a setup for a shutdown.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, for us, it's like nothing to look forward to. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, we finna get into that. I'm telling you, this shit is turned to North Korea overnight. There's a lot of nonsense going on with the government, especially since you know who is in office, ruining the country as a narcissist. Build with your family and hustle. Let's reset. We gonna try. We're gonna try.
The man literally said he wants to run the housing market up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, what in the hell is
Yeah, crazy, bro. No rest for the weary.
Yep, so if your house ain't paid for, you might run into a little buzzsaw.
What you said?
Former CNN anchor and a former colleague of mine and friend, Don Lemon, has been taken into custody by federal agents, according to his attorney. It comes after Lemon covered the protest earlier this month, dozens of anti-ICE protesters rushing inside of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, Don has said that he was just there as a journalist, photographing the incident as a journalist, asking questions as a journalist after the protesters went in, and has been very clear he was not part of the protest group. In a statement, Don Lemon's attorney says, quote, "This unprecedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand. Don will fight these charges vigorously and thoroughly in court." Now, I just want to quickly let you know, Don Lemon spoke with Allison Camerata, another former colleague and friend from CNN, who now works for Scripps News, about the church incident. Let's go to what she told us just moments ago.
Man, these folks said Don Lemon finna go to federal prison, bro. That's crazy, man. What in the hell is going on in this country?
So he said that he was covering a protest. This is the St. Paul church. The protesters had reason to believe that the pastor there was an ICE agent. And so Don, the way Don described it to me is that he was doing what we do. He was covering a protest. He wasn't conspiring with them. He knew that they were going to be protesting something. He wasn't in on their plans, he says, beforehand, which is one of the things that the DOJ has suggested. And then he stayed outside, he says. The protesters went inside the church. And when he realized that the protest was unfolding inside the church, he then went inside. And so, obviously our legal experts can describe whether that's trespassing on private property, but either way, that's a misdemeanor. And, the idea that Don Lemon as a journalist has now been arrested is just in an entirely different category.
Now, I have some more breaking news. We have just learned that another independent journalist who is very popular here and very well known here in Minneapolis and in Minnesota, Georgia Fort, has also been arrested. We have now seen video of her inside of her home telling us that there are FBI agents outside of her door demanding that she come out. She said that they had a warrant, that they had gone to a grand jury. So this is brand new breaking news.
They done arrested another woman?
She is describing what is happening, saying that the federal agents say that they had a warrant, that there was a grand jury involved, and that she must come out to be arrested. She said that she spoke to her attorney. Her attorney advised her to go with them, and that is exactly what she did, and that she was taken to the Whipple building. So now there are two journalists who have been arrested by the FBI, by federal agents, after the incident that happened at a church. Joining me now are CNN's Kara Scannell and our chief media analyst, Brian Stelter. So Kara, what are we learning about the situation with Don Lemon?
Well, Sarah, we do know that Don Lemon was arrested last night in Los Angeles in the 11 o'clock hour local time. I'm told by a source that he was in a hotel lobby on his way to an event related to covering the Grammy Awards. And that is when he was arrested by the agents and taken into custody. It is expected he will appear in court in Los Angeles this morning and that the charges against him will be unsealed. Now, as we've been discussing, Lemon was part of a larger attempt by the Justice Department to bring charges against a number of people, some from the protesting group last week, and that the judge had rejected that complaint against some of the individuals, including Don Lemon. He had suggested if DOJ wanted to go forward, they might want to look toward going before a grand jury. So that would follow the process that played out, where the judge did not believe that there was sufficient evidence, but if a grand jury did, then that would be the route that the Justice Department could take. It's possible that they have returned an indictment, though we have not yet seen the document. We have not seen any updates from the court about what this instrument is that Lemon was charged in, and specifically what he was charged with. We do know, though, that some of the protesters who were there, who were not journalists, but the protesters were charged with going into the church and disrupting this religious service, violating laws related to that. So it's possible that that will be the similar charge that Lemon will face. All this will become much more clear, though, once these documents are unsealed, and we do that, expect that to happen this morning, to then, as this will then continue to play out. I mean, as this new arrest tells us, Lemon was arrested last night in Los Angeles. This other journalist was arrested this morning, if there are other arrests related to this, because not everyone was charged in that initial complaint that the Justice Department was trying to charge. They could be playing out this morning, so it may be an instance where we do see additional arrests, and then we do eventually see this charging document and understand what charges they are specifically facing.
Man, it's just sad, man. If we're being perfectly honest about this is some sad shit. When you got journalists being arrested for just simply doing their job. This is North Korea, fam. This is a dictatorship. And I hate to talk about this type of stuff. But it is what it is, man. This is a dictatorship, man. And, you know, if they can arrest people like Don Lemon, yeah, they can come down the pipe. Because this is the new news. YouTubers, it's pretty much the new news, man. And if they can do this to them, they definitely can, you know what I'm saying, silence us.
As you said, Lemon's lawyer, Abby Lowell, says that he will fight this vigorously, and that, you know, it is not unprecedented for journalists to be charged, but it is also very unusual for journalists to be charged because of their First Amendment right to cover events and certain protections that journalists have to participate in capturing news. So there is definitely going to be a big fight here to come on behalf of Don Lemon and most likely this other journalist as they fight back on these charges, which, you know, his lawyer is saying is unprecedented attack on the First Amendment. And as we have seen, the president and his attorney general have gone after people that Trump does see as his perceived enemies. Don Lemon is particularly one of those. Sarah?
Yeah. Kara Scannell, thank you for your reporting and getting us caught up to speed. We are expecting to see any time now this morning or perhaps into the afternoon the charges, because this has to go through court and it has to be made public. Brian Stelter, now that you are learning that there are 2 journalists who have been taken into custody, one of whom we know well, our colleague and friend Don Lemon, the other who is very well known here as an independent journalist, she also saying that she was taken into custody, Georgia Fort. I saw her just the other day. She was covering the Ilhan Omar incident. What does that tell you about what the Trump administration is doing here? I mean, the First Amendment is the First Amendment for a reason.
And you can, man, listen, you can hang all that up. J-Rail, salute to you, home. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for real. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. You always have, and much love to you, man. Sounds like a Law and Order CI episode. Fam, listen, this is to the point where it is like, get ready, because when you come in to do the next election, that is not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen, fam. Period. You seeing the groundwork being laid for the last president. Hate to say it. I mean, it is what it is. Divine Black Rose, salute to you. Thank you for the donation, fam. I appreciate you supporting, fam. Real talk. Man, that's crazy. This lady, she's an independent journalist, and they made her come out of her house. So, man.
A lot of times we feel certain doors.
A disturbing escalation against reporting in America. And I would also put it in the framework of protests. You know, this is part of an ongoing pressure campaign against protests, especially the kind of provocative anti-Trump protest action that we have seen makes the administration so uncomfortable and frankly makes some voters very uncomfortable. This is an action, this arrest of Don Lemon, this arrest of this independent journalist who is live streaming and reporting in Minnesota. This is something that some MAGA loyalists have been demanding. They've been wanting to see it happen. When Trump promised retribution, this is the kind of retribution that some of his voters, not all, but some of his voters wanted to see. And I think that is, for better or for worse, some of the context for what we're seeing this morning. In this, the First Amendment is meant to protect both a reporter's right to report, but also a congregation's right to worship. So legal experts might say this is somewhat complicated, although Lemon said all along he was there as a reporter, not as an activist. And he did a really important job showing people, all of us now who can watch the video, what happened inside that church. I want to back up to that Sunday morning. That intrusion into City's church was sincerely shocking to many, many millions of Americans, and myself included. People, saw that video, they saw Lemon's video, and they were uncomfortable by what happened inside that church. The idea that worship service was disrupted by protesters. And now there's a very interesting debate about whether the protesters were right or they were wrong to go into the church. But that is a political debate. And that's a debate.
Man, listen, I don't agree with nobody going into a church protesting, but it's yet and still, the people that's covering the protest, that's different, fam. That's different. This is just, painting everybody with a broad brush. Where are the protesters that got arrested? Because we're not hearing nothing about them. We just hearing about Don Lemon. It seemed like a setup of sorts, honestly. But Don Lemon has been one to speak his mind. People have questions and opinions on his sexuality. That's him. But he a hell of a journalist. I always said he was a hell of a journalist. This right here, this is pretty much made him a martyr. I don't know how far it's gonna go, but this has made him a martyr of sorts. So just know he gonna capitalize on this to the fullest. Hopefully they don't take it as far as to actually lock him up. But yeah, they didn't just catapulted Don Lemon. This is crazy.
About what forms of protest are effective. The Trump administration's moving that political debate into the legal arena and wanting to take it into court and have a court fight. And we know there have been these attempts to arrest some of the other protesters last week who were there. And now we have these arrests of these reporters who documented the scene. I'm reminded of what one of Lemon's friends, Jennifer Welch, said to her on a podcast. Lemon was talking to Welch, and Welch said to Lemon, quote, "You are a prize for them, an independent, gay, black, happy, successful man. And this is an attempt to intimidate and beat you down." So that's how Lemon's friends see this situation, this attempt to charge him. And now,
I don't know about all that, but let him cook.
This actual arrest of Lemon, he's in jail in LA now, as an attempt to target another Trump foe. And let me also quote, Sarah, our colleague Larry Madowo, who's based in Nairobi, who covers Africa for CNN. He wrote on X a few minutes ago, "This arrest is a gift to authoritarian governments worldwide who can now justify arresting journalists they don't like because even America does it."
That is stark. It is reality. There is, as we have spoken about, the potential of a major chilling effect, although I certainly am not going to shut my mouth. I know that you won't either. There are many journalists that will continue to call a spade, but there is a definite fear here, a spade.
Hey, man, why is bro smiling like that? He basically looking like, speak for yourself. Talking about you ain't gonna close your mouth. You gonna keep speaking out. Yeah, I don't think he cut like that.
You won't either. There are many journalists that will continue to call a spade, but there is a definite fear here, especially for those who are independent journalists who are smaller, who don't have an apparatus around them as they are out in the streets, or if they go into buildings, whether or not they are protected, Sarah, and whether they have the means. Sure.
We have heard, by the way, from Pam Bondi moments ago. She says Lemon's arrested. She mentions Georgia Fort. She mentions two other individuals, she says, all arrested in connection with what happened at the church. So the Attorney General now confirming these arrests. She says 4 people were taken into custody total.
And we know that one person who was arrested, a protester, was a former NAACP president locally here, Nakima Levy-Pounds. She was let out, and she is disputing that they went into church without permission. She said they had permission. We will see how this goes forward, but it is a stunning development that now we know at least 2 journalists have been arrested by the DOJ because of their coverage of a protest. We'll see what happens next.
So y'all think the DOJ didn't just arrested Don Lemon? You think Jay-Z going against them folk? I don't think so. He don't want no smoke with the DOJ.
He don't want all his secrets to come out with the DOJ. And they know what all.
Yeah, for real. So, oh, boy. She gonna be out there with they as an independent. Yeah, for real. You go out, man. CNN don't want smoke with the DOJ either. So yeah, I mean, this is crazy. It's damn near like somebody sent these folks to get Don Lemon, and I wouldn't doubt it for a second. You know, the head man in charge don't like certain people, and he can call a shot. He gonna call a shot. You know, so it is what it is, man. So, all right, Don Lemon, we rooting for you. But like Divine Black Rose said, these are some serious charges, and hopefully they don't stick. Because that is some straight BS, if I can say so myself. But that's what we've been getting. Nothing but BS. BS news. Like I said, people pissing on your forehead and swearing to you that it's raining. You know, we've been looking at a lot of people being unalived by agents. And, giving some hunky-dory reason why it's justified, and I just don't see it to be justified. A lot of this stuff, being swept under the rug, and there is no one to call them on it because it's coming from the very top. It's coming from the very top. It's crazy work. Crazy work, man. Let's go on to this story right here. This is back into the hip hop genre. We're gonna talk about this one time until we get some more information. Shout out to my dog Music 101. Music 101 just dropped a video, and I want to see what he got to say about this. This is Pooh, Sheisty and Gucci Mane. Nobody's speaking on it. Nobody's telling what's happening. We're going to check this out and see what's happening. The title to this is Gucci Mane Team Explain What Really Happened Between Him and Sheisty. So let's check this out.
Hey, tap in with me, bro. I can get you your ring and your watch back, brother. If y'all don't know, Gucci Mane got his robbed. They done took him out of his watch. They done took him out of his ring. That boy stepped in there with security, all type of in his face. Yeah, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. Yeah. Security went fish. They drew down on security. How much more detail I could tell on that one? They ain't finna do all that. But Gucci, if you want your shit back, tap in. Tap in, bro. Listen, tap in, bro. You can get your shit. I ain't finna put that shit on goddamn camera or nothing like that, but y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Gucci Mane, holla at Steady Nash, bro. I am the streets. I can't be California landlord for no reason, but
you're not the California landlord, bro. Definitely not the streets.
Gucci Mane got his bro.
What up, gang? She was never robbed. Somebody asked Gucci about the Big Scar situation, and Gucci allegedly swung and hit the person and a fight broke out. No jury was taken, and Pooh Sheisty never wanted this situation to take place.
Listen, bro, I got the whole truth, man. Gucci Mane was never robbed. Gucci Mane steals off on somebody with Pooh Sheisty. Sheisty never wanted this shit to happen. Somebody asked something about that car situation. Sheisty never wanted this shit to happen. He stood neutral, trying to help everything. But Gucci Mane swing for a boom, jury falls off. Gucci Mane was never robbed. Never robbed. Fight, break up, fight over with. Goddamn, Gucci knows his jury didn't fail. That's when his security up scrapped, but nobody up scrapped like that. Gucci Mane's jury was never stolen. He was never robbed. No contracts was never involved. None of that. All that is cap. That's for School Art TV.
Tasha K also came out a few weeks ago and said Gucci was never robbed, but he was allegedly kidnapped by Pooh Sheisty and held at gunpoint until he signed a contract releasing Pooh Sheisty from his Death Row Records 2.0. Now, mind you, Seti was the one that put out this story first. So after this guy denied Gucci was robbed, Seti responded and said, so why he ain't get his jury back if this happened? Seti also went on to say, but they're constantly trying to clean it up, so I would look bad. The guy School Op TV who put the story out responded and said at Seti Nash, jury never took, missing. Bro, where you get that from? So basically,
the way I see it, I don't think Guwap want his name to be related in any way, shape, form, or fashion to being the reason that Sheisty go back to prison. Plain and simple. They had an altercation, a misunderstanding, and I think they're doing damage control. Because if what AK-47 says is the truth, then there may be heads that gonna roll, especially if there's an undercover there. I think Guwap just doing damage control on his end. Because he know if he be the reason that Sheisty ended up going back to do any type of time, that he can hang up the rap game. He can close the doors on 1017 and all that. Nobody trying to listen to nothing else he got. That's just my opinion, though.
He's saying,
I agree.
Right. Gucci jury did come off and security up 5 once Gucci realized his jury was gone, causing Pooh Sheisty people to draw their guns. The jury went missing. It was never taken. Once everything was over and done with, according to what this guy is saying, he's insinuating that Gucci found the jury. At the end of the day, nobody took the jury. He was never robbed. It just fell off while he was fighting. Technically, it was missing. So for something to be missing, it had to be found. For him to say nobody took it. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what you think or what version you believe. After sitting back, listening to everyone's side of the story, the only thing they all agree on is how it started. In every story, they saying Pooh Sheisty or his team asked Gucci why he did Big Scar the way he did when he died. So for the people that don't remember or just don't know about Big Scar or this whole Gucci situation, let me take y'all back. Big Scar's real name was Alexander Woods. Born in Memphis, Tennessee, he came up out of South Memphis with that raw street heavy sound that matched what was bubbling in the city at the time.
While I make a play, I grip on the K. I hope they don't play, I'ma get him gone.
Big Scar got a real push because of his circle, and especially Pooh Sheisty. According to the new 1017 label's official write-up, Scar's early music started catching fire, and Pooh Sheisty shared a Big Scar track with Gucci. Gucci heard it, liked what he heard, and that connection helped lead to Scar getting signed to Gucci Mane's label, 1017.
I heard Pooh coming home too, maybe this year.
/ the new 1017 imprint, working under Atlantic Records. And for the people that don't know, Pooh Sheisty and Big Scar, they was cousins. Big Scar passed away in Memphis on December 22nd, 2022. He was only 22 years old. At the time, police didn't really confirm the cause of death right away, but the family came out and let everybody know it was a prescription accidental overdose. After Big Scar died, Gucci told the family he would pay for the funeral, but he can't come because his wife, Keisha, it was her birthday. The family reached out for the money. Gucci blocked the family allegedly and asked for Big Scar 1017 chain back. Big Scar brother responded and said this.
The minute that them folk called your phone to see if you gonna pay for the funeral, you blocked them. That's not real, cuz. On God, that's not real.
Quez Ruthless shouldn't have been speaking on this. This should have been strictly between Scar mother and father and Guwap. Lil Quez Ruthless shouldn't have been saying nothing. But for some reason, he was the voice of the family during this whole ordeal.
You ain't straight. You ain't straight. That's them folk. Come on now, cuz. You plug. On God, that ain't straight, cuz. You on here trying to act all real. You post the Scar talking about some long live him, bro. You ain't do nothing, cuz. On God. And you ain't getting them chains, cuz. You can't get them chains. There's no way you can get them chains. It ain't no way that's happening. Come on now, fool. You tripping, cuz. Thought we just gonna let that go, cuz. No, it's over. You play, and we don't need your money. We don't need your money to pay for his funeral. You gonna get buried either way. It's just a point that you supposed to be CEO and you supposed to be this and that, and you don't lie like that, cuz. Do you even feel right? The minute that what you feel with yourself, it ain't straight, cuz. You shouldn't even feel straight with yourself. Oh God, you shouldn't, cuz. I ain't nothing with you, cuz. Then I hope you ain't talking about give you the chain because you think we finna use them to cool video. No, I ain't finna, no. I don't want to be a part of nothing like that.
A few moments later.
We don't want to be none, man, listen, I already know where this finna go. I already know where this finna go. Just like that.
Come on now, bro. You that wasn't right, bro. On God, that wasn't right. You ain't straight, cuz. you got on the internet. Bro, when they text you and ask you about Scar's funeral, cuz you told them folks that Keisha's birthday coming up. Now y'all rich. Y'all can celebrate her birthday any day. Come on now, cuz. You playing with my brother like he just...
I rock with Scar and Pooh and Pooh and 30. I don't respect him being the voice of the family. And then when he say, you ain't even got to worry about us wearing the chains and doing videos, and that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. It's just like, this was a crazy time. And then you had the sister come out and she was talking crazy. You know, she all at Amazon on live talking shit to Gucci Mane, you know. So they probably melted him down. Now they gave him back. It all came to amends and they gave him back because Scar dad got involved.
Dad, like, come on now, cuz. You playing what, bro? My brother just ain't know you can.
Shortly after, Gucci sent $10,000 and his wife Keisha posted the receipts. Big Scar's sister responded and confirmed. Gucci did send the $10K, but the $10K barely helped because the funeral was $60,000.
That $10K ain't did about. We should wear some flowers, boo.
You see what I'm saying? This $10K ain't do nothing but buy obituaries and flowers. Fam. You know this man signed Scar and changed his life, right? Gave him an opportunity to get money hand over fist in an era where him and Sheisty and Fujiano were pretty much having it their way. It's something to be said about that, fam. And for you to get on here and say that little $10,000, that ain't do nothing but buy programs. Come on, fam. What I tell you, this ain't right.
Ain't got enough obituaries and flowers, boo. 10K ain't. My brother was way more worth. Maybe my brother worth more than 10K. Yeah, Gucci sent 10,000. It was a
And at what point do we not look at this and say, you know, we popping out and talking about this. And we slick clout chasing when we do it. We done seen this shit 1,000 times now.
We see this in our own community for free.
Come on, fam. We see this shit all the time. This shit crazy. Neo Sequez wasn't the voice. He was really hurt behind that. And he wasn't looking for a handout. They just wanted respect for, and I get that, bro. I get that, but to sit up on live and say, nigga, you ain't getting these chains back, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, come on, man. Come on. This was very messy. It was very messy. And I understand Sheisty taking their side, but they was wrong in a lot of this stuff, man. And the reason you know that they was wrong in a lot of it is because when it all came down to it, Scott Daddy stepped in and he spoke on it, and it was a dead issue. These two right here, oh, they was dead wrong with this, man, in my opinion.
somebody else on another team. So it was 20,000 in all. And we didn't get the flowers. I don't give a what nobody say. You need to get in the field about my brother. Like, the money don't even matter. You asking for the trains. But
you need to get in the field behind your brother. Now, Cyrus, I ain't the most street dude in the world. I have been in the streets. I've dealt in the streets. But I come to realize and understand that when a nigga say get in the field about my brother, that means slide.
That is correct, my brother.
So, but your brother died from a prescription overdose.
Right, which made it be a choice that he made.
So who are we getting in the field about? This is what I'm telling y'all. This shit is clout chasing at its finest. You just saying something, fam. To be
And Gucci already beat a body, so that ain't nigga you really want to get in the field with.
Come on, man.
But anyway, the friend was gonna get paid for regardless. That little ass money, that's why we said he ain't helping me. I'm about that BMW posting receipts, none of this shit. Yeah, he sunk 10,000. Like I said, Gucci ain't help with shit. Like I said, Gucci ain't help with shit. 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 You tell me I don't give a fuck about no receipts with no funky 10,000. They want to know. My brother friend was 60K in all, 10K. It's still you. It's still you. It's still you. What's 10 to 60? What's 10 to 60? What is 10K to 60?
That made y'all to get over the other 50,000.
When you gotta shake your head like that to make a point, you know you're on bullshit.
Here is the thing. What the mom's insurance, well, the insurance probably ain't gonna pay off for overdose. That's almost equivalent to a suicide. So insurance ain't gonna pay off on that. I mean, he should have had some money put away.
I don't think money was the issue, and that's the crazy part about it, because it's like, if money not the issue, why the hell is y'all online ranting and raving at Gucci, man? You said a man sent 10 bands. What the hell is going on? Y'all just want somebody to be mad at. J-Boss, what's happening, man? Hey, it's like crazy. This shit crazy. And I know Sheisty took their side, but they were wrong with this shit, bro.
Yeah, the man put up 10,000. A lot of CEOs would have put up nothing because he didn't really make no money in return.
That shit crazy. Frozone. Hey, man, you better let them know. I'm talking about 60K for a funeral is BS, and I agree. Nah, 15. Oh, that's a nice send off right there. 15, 20. Oh yeah, spectacular. Man, what y'all doing with 60? Y'all got the horse and carriage, and y'all got doves, and y'all done thawed out Mahalia Jackson and had her sing Precious Lord. Where does 60 come from?
I'm coming up on the other side of the mountain.
Come on, man.
Precious Lord. Yeah, man. I get where you're going, bro.
60 bands. That's a lot of money for a funeral, fan. That's like the funeral people say, that's a lot of money to put in the ground.
Talking about he didn't have life insurance. He did have life insurance. We made sure he was good. Go back in.
The problem is
he had life insurance.
The problem is that life insurance aren't going to pay off on that OD, man. 'Cause that's like equivalent to suicide.
Absolutely. Man, that shit, boy.
That's a free game to y'all that don't understand how this shit go.
I'm pretty sure they know. Salute to Maurice Suggs. He's still dealing with the loss of his son. Somebody gave him something that wasn't right. Absolutely, man.
Gucci probably had something on him too, but y'all got him fucked up.
Big Scott Dad went live and told the fans what was really going on. He said everybody got the story wrong and gave Gucci and Atlanta Records their flowers. He said he can't let the people throw Gucci under the bus like that. Well, what he mean? I'm going to tell you what he mean. He said it was a misunderstanding. The family thought Gucci was paying for the whole funeral, but Gucci only agreed to pay $10K and Atlantic paid like 10 or 20.
First of all, I got to send shouts out to Atlantic Records, man. They gave my son a big boy chance. Gucci, I got to send shouts out to Gucci too, y'all. Y'all might not like it, but I got to give my boy what he did, man. He gave my son a major chance, man. You know,
I can't let y'all throw dude under the bus like that. Come on now. The truth is the truth, man. The truth is the truth. I gave nobody permission to do that. Come on, y'all. Man to man, dude took care of what he needed to take care of.
You know, if that's the case, then you need to call out I can't let y'all throw my man under the bus. No. You need to call out the people that was online, going live, and discrediting this man and telling them what they weren't gonna get back. I'm much respect to him, but when you say y'all ain't gonna do it, no, you need to call them people out by name. You need to call out LaQuez. You need to call out the sister. Real talk.
I look at it like this, man. If Gucci gave 10 and Atlanta gave 10, that's a nice funeral for 20 bands, man.
Right.
Shouts out to Lord Ray, Carla, Luntrail, Gucci. Shouts out to y'all, man. Big ups to y'all, bro. We made it happen. We couldn't have did it without y'all. You hear me?
That mean they were broke.
I don't know how this got out of control like this, y'all. It's ugly.
Fam, we know how it got out of control, and you do too. That's what I'm saying. Come on, fam. We're gonna be honest, or no? We know how it got out of control. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody hopping online talking. That's how it got out of control.
Gucci did what he did. 100 is 100. You know. I'm the one ain't looking for nothing. I just want what rightfully belong to my son. I ain't asking for nothing else. I don't want nothing else. I appreciate y'all, Atlantic. All y'all, appreciate y'all. What was said, what was done behind my back, I had no control over it.
Damn, that's sad. Who had the body? I can tell you who. MJ Edwards. I got that from Cypress. It said everybody that was talking ain't had nothing on nothing. Come on, man. And then these $10,000 ain't cover number flowers and obituaries. Come on, man. That shit up.
Hey, that's all I've been saying, man. Everybody who's talking, they ain't got 50 cents on nothing.
Nothing.
I had no control over it. Y'all did that. Atlantic, they sent their 10 bands. Gucci, he sent his 10 bands. I covered the rest. I appreciate that. Big time. Big time. Certain things were said that shouldn't have been said. It was wrong. Man to man, I wish somebody would have just dialed my, and talked to your guy 100. You know what I'm saying? All this out of control. Gucci them, hey, the best thing ever happened to my son. Nobody deserved this here. Shouts out to Big Star, y'all. This is a hard thing. Special shouts out to Lord Ray, man. Lord Ray picked that phone up every time I call. Shouts out to everybody who sent flowers. Gucci sent flowers. He did what he could. He ain't have to do none of that. I just wished I was the one that being talked to so we could have that understood. Things just got out of hand. Business got leaked out. They shouldn't have even been leaked out. Nobody ain't asked me for nothing. You know, I ain't heard. Now I don't know where all the story come from, but I know who did it. But y'all forgive him. He a kid, man. He just loved my son to death. I understand the boy heart broke. They heart broke, y'all. He loved dude, man. He'll do anything to let his name live on.
I respect that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I do respect that. But at some point, you got to quell all this talking. You got to quell that. You got to cut it short. You know what I'm saying? You don't let these folks, you know what I'm saying, soil Gucci name and Gucci doing what he supposed to be doing. Everybody in the business, it ain't good for nobody business. It's real talk.
But hey, certain things were said that shouldn't have been said. Can't let you throw my family under the bus. My family mean more to me than any views in the world. How I went is how I went. I wish I could. I'm trying to fix it now. Trying to fix it now, y'all. Shouts out to them folks, man. Shouts out to them folks, man. Gucci, y'all did y'all thing, man. You know, I wish I could have met you, though. Shook your hand. You know, just heard from you. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear your voice to say my condolences. You know what I'm saying? But we text. We went back. You know, I appreciate that you did send it to me in a text, though. I appreciate that, bro. 100. You know what I'm saying? I can't ask for more. You know, I just hate that went like it went. You know, I hate all this here. I don't wish that on nobody, family, man. You know, can't throw people under the bus. It's just not right. It's just not right. The truth is the truth, man. Them folks they took care of their business. You know, we fixed it. We fixed it. You know.
How much you worried about? How much you worried about?
It was 40 bands. But you know, we did some adjustments and we made it work, you know. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama got misconstrued. She thought he said he was gonna pay for everything. She thought he said that. She signed it in. She signed the invoice in, you know. They signed it back to us. Said it was only paying 10. If we knew you was only paying 10, bro, we would have went from there. Scar had insurance, you know. We just thought that was a bonus, you know what I'm saying, for my guy saying that he would, which I never talked to him myself, actually. I never talked to him. But coming from Scar's mom, she thought he said that he would cover the whole funeral price. What mom would want the best for her child. We lost something valuable. We didn't want him to be put to rest in a regular way. We wanted him to be put to rest in a special way because he was something special. And when she thought that you was going to pay for the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? That's where it got confused. If we were
So when they figured out that Gucci was gonna pay for the whole thing, they had concocted this elaborate funeral. And when he was like, "No, I'm only paying 10 bands." Man, there's a lot I can say about that, but rest in peace to Big Scar. Rest in peace to Big Scar. But it sound like when it wasn't gonna be your money to be put up, we finna do this shit in a major way. I'm sorry, but ain't no way in the hell a funeral should cost $60,000 or even $40,000.
That's because they add shit, and they know they ain't can't afford to pay for it after they realized the insurance wasn't gonna pay it off because that's equivalent to suicide. Insurance don't pay off on that.
Yes.
So they were gonna be stuck holding the bag either way.
Pay for it and run it up on somebody else's coins. Yes.
Yeah, that's what the game was.
Right. So I mean, come on, fam. Y'all, that shit wrong within itself.
Would have knew that you only had 10 bands, I wish you would have said it. Or talk to me first, you know, so it can be understood. You know, what's understood don't got to be explained. You know what I'm saying? It was just a misunderstanding totally.
Hey man,
And
Hey
that's a
man,
reflection on not only your family, but my family as well.
Go ahead, Cypher.
hey man, that's the Memphis way, man.
That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool.
No, it ain't. They trying to cut a corner.
Nah. No, they ain't cutting no corners because another nigga paying for it. They like, shit, we finna, man, they finna put together a whole, just, you know what I'm saying? $60,000, fam. Come on, man. Oh boy, that's crazy.
And what I think they were banking on was Gucci to get the bill and bang that, because after they realized the insurance people told them, hey, we ain't covering this because it's equivalent to suicide. So how y'all gonna come up with this money again?
Oh Lord, here we go. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, the man, I'm gonna take him at his word. He said they had insurance on him, so just take him in. I guess take him at his word. He said that they paid for it. He said that he paid the balance. But you know what I'm saying? If insurance didn't pay for it, then that's cool too. That's cool too. I wouldn't expect insurance to pay for somebody that had what Scar had. You know what I'm saying? There's clauses all throughout insurance policies that will deny you based on stuff like that. But if you say they did it, then hey, you know, I just don't believe it.
No, I'm not saying the label ain't have insurance. I'm saying the insurance that the family probably had didn't pay off because of overdose. It's almost equivalent to suicide because they don't want the insurance companies don't like to pay off on that shit.
Right. Right. Hey, it is right now. Maybach limos, catered repairs, everybody outfits. Yeah, exactly.
And Gucci probably took a loss too on the insurance wise. That's why he said he was only gonna put 10 band. Man, you got to keep game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't pay off on overdoses. They're like he committed suicide or took a wrong substance. And insurance don't like to pay off on that. And Gucci and Atlantic probably both took a loss on that, but they still be like, you know what, we're gonna throw 10 or 20 in the pot for the funeral.
Right.
You know, I'm the spokesperson for this family. I always will be. You know, thing got out of hand. Somehow the word got to them kids. They took it and ran with it. Never should have happened. Somehow they said the chains came up. I never heard nobody never asked me, you know, I got my son's shoes off his feet before they get ready to cremate him. And I got the chains, the only thing I got to let my son's legacy live on.
Bro, he got cremated and it was still 40,000.
That's the Memphis way.
What? Y'all know that the cost of a funeral go down extraordinarily when you don't have to buy a $5,000-$10,000 casket. That's damn near half the funeral.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta have a plot dug. And it was still, oh man, come on, fool. Okay.
Yeah, they hustling.
Come on, man. That shit is crazy.
That's the Memphis way, bro.
You know how many black folk get cremated because they can't afford a funeral? That's wow. That's crazy.
They were gonna have
zero. They value $0 to me. I give my life to have my son's life back so y'all can have more Big Scar. You know, just coming from a real stand-up father point of view. You know, I feel my daughter's pain. I feel you, Alexis, but stop it. Stop Stop it. Come on now. I love you. I love Day Day. You know what I'm saying? But stop it. The truth is the truth. You can't beat that. I stamped that. You can't beat that. You know, I ain't out for that. I'm just down for Big Scar. I just want what rightfully belonged to him, and that's it. I'm not after nobody, Nick. I'm not trying to get extra monies. I only want what he got coming, so we can bless his siblings. You know, they hurt. Everybody heartbroken, man. Dude had so many followers and, you know, many great more things he could have been doing. You know, I hate my son went like he went, but it is what it is, you know.
Man, I am so thrown off by that, bruh. What? They cremated Scar and they complaining about 20 bands?
Well, they want to cuff a bag off of this shit, man.
Oh my God, bro. That is so snakish, bro. Damn. That's underhanded as hell, bro. And y'all on that talk, you know what cremation does? It removes the expense of a hearse. It removes the expense of a casket. Come on, fam. That is insane. Them two are your biggest expenses right there.
Saying it ain't no changing it. If I could take it back, I would. But I can't. I fought for him. Did everything I could. You know, it's just heartbreaking with all this going on before I even receive his remains. It just got out of hand, man. I apologize to Atlanta Records. I apologize to you, Gucci. Thank you for the flowers, the cards. I got them all. Y'all. That was totally disrespect towards y'all. It was total disrespect.
Yeah.
You know,
you ain't gotta dig up no plot.
None of the casket about 35, then it went from 35 to 75 to about 7. This ain't including the bombing or nothing.
Right.
Fuck it, I had to pay for that shit. For my mama, that shit was like 15, 20, about 10 bands I got through though.
Lord have mercy, bro. Boy, this shit crazy.
I want truth. There it is. That's how I got out of hand. You know, nobody ain't said nothing to me about no changes or nothing. I ain't heard that, you know, but it was spoke on. But I heard it through the grapevine. I didn't hear that actually from dudes. I had to go live on Tink because I knew if I went live on mine, y'all wouldn't even that enough people wouldn't see it. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that dude. You know, peace and blessings to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just the only way I know how to fix it. You know, just the only way I know how to fix it. And I know a lot of people gonna see it. You know, R.I.P. son. You know what? Hey, y'all know how I feel about him. You know what I'm saying? That was the best friend. The best friend I ever had. He wasn't just my son, he was my friend. I felt like he deserved the best. Me and his mom, we felt like he deserved more. You know, sometimes we do things and, you know, out of heartbreak. Sometimes people say things out of heartbreak, you know, out of hurt. But the truth is the truth, man. I don't know how not to be 100. I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to lie flaws like that. I don't know how to do that. You know, it's the truth how it got out of hand, man. It got into the wrong ear. It's just crazy. I hate the internet. It's built to do what it do. It's built to do what it do. It's doing its job right now, y'all. The internet is just evil. It's just evil. You know, you got to know what you're saying when it's said. You know, you got to know you're saying the right thing when you say things. I can't let nobody throw my family under the bus. You know, we had Scott totally covered, but from my understanding from his mom, that Gucci called and said that he would pay for it, the whole cost.
Is the internet evil, or did y'all take y'all phones, prop it up, hit that live button, and say everything that y'all said? It ain't the internet fault that they tuned in. The internet didn't do nothing but spread the word that came from y'all, fam. Come on now.
And when the cost came through, we had submitted it, it was returned, and he said he only had 10,000, from my understanding. And we accepted. He was covered. His insurance was covered.
Well, they ain't had no trouble.
But if he said he was going to pay.
Yeah, and I can't really believe him talking about no 40 bands and y'all cremated this boy. I mean, much respect, OG, but I can't I don't believe that. Y'all spent 40,000 on what? Was y'all niggas eating steak and shrimp at the repast? And man, come on.
Before we took the insurance, which go to his mom as a bonus. We just wanted the best for him. It wasn't no disrespect. You know, I'm very graceful, very. Hurt, but graceful. You know, I always gave all the respect I could whenever the label or if anybody from the label called me, I always gave my utmost respect. I always was graceful. Always. Never asking for a dime. Just wanted him to be as successful as he could be. And he did that all the way to his death.
Don't know how much of that I believe.
So y'all got the truth. I hope y'all happy. I hope everybody hard satisfied.
Gucci wife friend spoke out after going back and forth with Big Scott's sister, and she made a lot of good points and questioned if the funeral was $60K. Why nobody posted pictures? Or why nobody posted videos? And if the dad said he was cremated, why they were so mad about the money? It only costs $1,500 to cremate someone.
Man, it is music. Music, you preaching. Come on, man. Yeah, ain't no video. We got video from Dolph funeral. We got video from Juke funeral. Oh shit, we got video from JD Youngin funeral. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
According to Keisha friend.
Okay, so after watching Scott Daddy video, right? He said they sent money and he apologized for what his child and the friend did, right? He said Gucci did his part, Lana did their part, right? And they got the flowers. But I want to know why we ain't seen no pictures of this service. I want to know why we ain't seen no pictures of the flowers, of nothing. Oh, let me guess. Because they didn't have a service. They got the boy cremated. They wanted the money. That's why. Let me tell you, what they did, they sent a big old bill over there thinking that they was finna get their money, and they didn't get the money. So, home sent it back. It said, I pay what I want to pay through the funeral home. That's what happened. The family got mad. Katie still sent flowers, and it's if your loved one passes away, when my loved ones passed away, I ain't call around asking nobody for no money. I didn't expect nobody to give me no money because it wasn't their job. I wasn't entitled to their money. That's the people money. The only person that helped me out was Quavo. Like, ain't nobody, like.
Why are you talking? Honestly. These are the opening stages of realizing that Gucci Mane is not 1017. This is the CEO of 1017 right here. Period. I mean, I'm sorry. And this ain't no females need to be docile and in their place and all of that. This ain't that. This is the fact that this should be Gucci Mane talking. This shouldn't be Keisha K.O. talking. But since you are the real CEO, we should expect nothing less. This should have let y'all know way back in 22 who was the boss.
Come on, and for greatness, only person helped out was P. What he paid was totally different than what we paid for the whole funeral. Didn't have a problem with it. Thank you. Appreciate everything. Not gonna complain about nothing. But listen, you can't do that with other people's money. That's not your money. That's not Scar's money. That man did what he did out of the kindness of his heart. So y'all should appreciate that and stop being so fucking evil and goddamn entitled to other people's money. Y'all should have just put what y'all wanted to put with it and buried him. But the gotcha is the daddy said that the insurance money was a bonus for the mama. Where they do that at? The insurance money was a bonus for the mama. Then he said he still haven't got his son ashes. So that insinuates that you're waiting on the son ashes to come to your house because y'all had him cremated, right? Cremation don't cost no more than $1,500 now. Y'all got people confused because now where the $20,000 went? Well, where the 18 went? We're gonna say 2 for the cremation. Because from y'all, the friends, it looked like y'all just had a little gathering. I ain't seen no service. We ain't seen no horse and carriage. We ain't seen none of this for the 20,000. 20,000 could bury somebody, y'all. 20,000 could get you the horse and carriage and everything. So, but they went the route to cremate the boy. But that's y'all don't want to talk about that though. And I'm willing to bet you Gucci did not tell them people I ain't paying for no funeral because it's Keisha's birthday. He probably said I'm not coming because it's Keisha's birthday. Gucci ain't known to be going to no funeral, so and you could tell that the daddy wanted to meet him and they wanted him there. But where was y'all gonna have this man go at? And wasn't no funeral for real. So where y'all was gonna have this man come to? If he say he wanted to come to Scar funeral, where the hell he was gonna go? Because y'all ain't had no funeral. Y'all cremated the poor baby. Y'all cremated the boy, which is not wrong because I think I want to be cremated too. But say what's real. Let's say what's real. I ain't taking up for nobody, but Gucci ain't known to be going to nobody for. He ain't go to dog funeral. Shit. What do y'all expect? Like it's a.
And he should have. He should have went to dog funeral.
Whoa, this was a bombshell to me.
Yeah, no, how you go to Dolph funeral and Dolph was frontlining all this shit, fam? How you gonna go to Dolph funeral and Dolph, he was pressing the line for a lot of shit.
Of Gucci shit.
Oh, come on, man.
And that's something whether people want to agree with it or not. Quit was right about that shit.
Yeah, he was. I give it to him. He was. Dolph pressed the line on a lot of shit out of loyalty to Gucci Mane, and the fact that this woman has set up and said that he didn't even go to Dolph funeral. Well, damn. Okay. Salute.
A lot of funerals he ain't go to. I think that's why they mad. They want him to come down there, take pictures with them, do all this and that, and that one, this say that. Yeah. Gucci done paid for funerals before. And let me tell y'all, if it was me, if I told somebody, yeah, I'm gonna pay for the funeral, you ain't finna pick no $60,000 funeral for me to pay. I'm gonna pay for the funeral I want to pay for, not that what you want me to pay for, because I'm gonna feel like this. I'm gonna feel like, okay, you tried me by sending me a big old bill for $60,000. Okay, since you want to try me, let me go on and I'm gonna fix you. That's how I'm gonna feel if it came to me, and I'm pretty sure that's how they felt too. But yeah, but did y'all hear when the daddy said he got the necklaces? The dad said he got the shoes off his feet before they cremated him. And they got the necklace off of him. He got the necklaces off of him. Now, this whole story is starting to take a turn. But shout out to the daddy, because the daddy did apologize. You know, the daddy apologized and said, this one dad, what they tried to make it out. Because, baby, $60,000 for a funeral, the whole world gonna mother see it. You hear me? Because, baby, the whole world seen greatness, baby. His was well over 60,000, but they seen it. The whole world seen it, baby. The whole world seen it. If you paid 60, if you paid 4, if you paid 20, bitch, by him being a celebrity, y'all, we would have seen some. We would have seen where the money went. We ain't see where that money went because y'all cremated Buddy. And y'all still waiting on the ash. The dad done told it all. Dad done spilled all the tea. But like I said, y'all spent all that. We done seen that funeral, but we ain't seen no funeral because it wasn't no funeral. So now y'all need to apologize to my good sis. Aggravating on her birthday. And she pregnant. Apologize to my sister. And besides, y'all supposed to be somewhere grieving. The daddy, the only one look like he in some pain.
Now, some may ask,
why is she talking, fam?
Well, she throwing hell of a love in the family, fam.
Yeah, fam. She is.
if Gucci was so cool with Pooh Sheisty, and Pooh Sheisty and Big Scar was cousins, why would Gucci treat Big Scar the way he did? Well, y'all know around that time with the new 1017 and before that, the old 1017, Gucci was signing all the artists seemed like from Memphis. Hernandez Govan even spoke on that situation.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this, man, but no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci man, LaFleur, you went and signed 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize God at all because he your wife. Then you dropped them little niggas and killed Pooh.
Man, this nigga. What's up with it, Big Mo? Salute to you, bruh. Yeah, man. He did sign a lot of Memphis artists. Let's count them all. Set, Matt Critter, Scar, Pooh. Who else? Help me out.
Is Fujiano from Memphis?
I don't think Fujiano from Memphis. And Big Walk Dog, I think he from Oxford. Yeah. That, I mean, shit. Set was probably the last one, and Set didn't really do nothing on 1017. Yeah, man. This shit's sad.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 1017 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shake-up and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Sheisty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract, but I said, hey, let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere.
And I got it and took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your number one artist. You gotta tighten up, Gooch. All that goof you were doing. Signing 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee, you ain't never heard them nigga mixtape. Just signing a nigga trying to antagonize a nigga. And we know about the other little shit that just happened too. Yeah, we gonna run that later on though, Gucci. She real shiesty around here, I see. Hey, y'all pray for Gucci, man, cause it's about to break. It's crazy.
Now, while Gucci was signing all the artists from Memphis, he was also signing Big Scar ops. And him and Big Scar started having tension because Big Scar was like, if you my CEO, I work for you. You supposed to have my best interest at heart. Why would you sign my ops and put my life in danger? Big Scar never got over that. So him and Gucci, when Big Scar died.
All right, Fujiano is from Georgia. Yeah, he'll be home in a minute.
They was having tension. Now, I'm not saying they was beefing, but I'm saying it was tension there by Gucci signing Big Scar ops. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Was Gucci wrong for that or not? And to close this video out, man, the question everybody keep asking. Why Gucci or Pooh Shiesty won't speak out and just clear all the rumors up? Let me tell y'all something. Pooh Sheisty is still on probation, parole, whatever the case may be. He cannot come out and speak on this situation. If anything did go down, he can't clear it up. Gucci can't come out and speak on this situation because he's going to incriminate Pooh Sheisty. Now, when Seti Nash spoke on this situation, he did say Pooh Sheisty was nowhere around. He had left when it all went down. To me, that was Seti's way of trying to clear Pooh Sheisty out the way legally. And 9 times out of 10, hey, Pooh Sheisty wasn't there. I wasn't there, so I don't know. So if Seti say Pooh wasn't there, he wasn't there. But according to Tasha K, according to this guy that just spoke out that say he close to Pooh Sheisty and Gucci, they putting Pooh Sheisty there at the time of this situation. So I don't think neither will come out anytime soon and speak on this situation. But y'all get in the comments, man, and let me know what y'all think. And y'all already know. When I get more updates, I'm going to give it to you. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. It's free. Do it for me.
Damn. Damn, bro, look like a young ass old man. Man, listen. I believe if Gucci have it his way, that tape will never come out. It'll never see the light of day. Did they have an altercation? I'm privy to believe what King AK-47 said. He was too convincing in his stance on that. I believe that was an altercation. Was there guns drawn? Shit, I don't know. But I don't think we'll ever see that tape. Because I'm telling you, if we see that tape gonna send somebody back to the pen. And I don't think Gucci Mane want that. For one, Gucci Mane is dedicated to Pooh Sheisty still, because he's still 1017. You know, that's his investment. His investment been locked up for the better half of 5 years. He don't want that again. So anything he could do to keep this down, keep this, muffled and down to a whisper, and keep it, just relegated to internet, innuendo, then yeah, he gonna keep it that way. Protect your bag. I don't care what Sheisty want to go. He's still on 1017, so it is what it is. Do I believe that Gotti played up under Mob Boss and tried to get him over to CMG? Yeah, I don't think it worked, though. I don't think it worked. He got banned from YouTube the next day after saying that. Hold up. Oh, that's Bubba Dub. Damn, he look different with them glasses. He look different as hell with them glasses, man. Who got banned from YouTube? Put me on game. Put me on. Oh, yeah, no. He, yeah, you talking about AK. He got banned for, I know what he got banned for. He got banned for that David, his comments on David. That little dude that got arrested for the David situation. He was making fun of his ethnicity, and it got reported, and he got banned. He can't go live until February the 10th, which is like 2-3 weeks away. But yeah, it was the David comments. Yeah, that's what got his ass set down. Yeah. It's crazy because the video that he did on Sheisty, that shit was going crazy. That shit was going crazy. But yeah. It's the and you can't be that loose with your speech. And AK gotta realize that, we know he the one that don't care, and he gonna speak it and say it how he feel it. But if you want to get to the bag, you have to put a governor on that mouth, man, because not only will YouTube get you, whatever haters that you got in the audience, they gonna get you. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. It might not be nothing that offends them, but they know that it's offensive, and they gonna ding you for it. That's how they do. That's how they do, fam. Absolutely. Cyber's where you at, man? But yeah, man.
I'm here, man. They just tried to come up, man, and I feel like that was the wrong way to try to come up.
Yeah. Either way it go, I don't think that I think Sheisty gonna be right where he at. He want to be on CMG or do something different. He gonna have to get over it until he get through this contract. And if it jumped off the way AK said it jumped off, then he may never get off that contract. Nigga draw down on me. We just might shelf you, bro.
All right. And hold you up.
Yeah. Real talk. I mean, shit, the power is in Gucci Mane's hand.
Right, because he got the contract.
That man can drop 13 singles, all hits, and say that this is my new album, and Gucci can say, "No, that's your new mixtape. That don't qualify for an album, so you still owe me 2 more albums." It's a dirty game that these folk can play, and they well within their rights to play it because of the simple fact that you signed paperwork. It goes a long way. It goes a long way, fam. We will not see any footage. I could be very wrong. Nah, we won't. Nah, I don't think that we'll ever see any footage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really believe that just from a marketing standpoint, it's all a play to have us. Nah, I don't think there's no play, home. I think there's no play. I think it's absolutely real. And I don't know what they was thinking, just to be honest with you. No idea.
I think they try to all sweep it up under the rug because most of the people involved are convicted felons. They talking about guns or Pooh. I'm like, yeah, that can lead some people to be back behind bars.
Absolutely. And the cash cow. Damn whoever in the room, you know what I'm saying? Damn whoever in the room. We know who in the room that don't supposed to be around no firearms or no convicted felons. And last I heard, the convicted felon was holding a firearm. And that's crazy. Yeah, Keisha definitely running the label. She definitely running the label, fam.
If she running the label, it's going down in the dumps. So you can believe that.
Come on, man. You ain't never seen Mia J, Sharitha Knight. We can go on. Nobody significant other having much say as Keisha KR has with 1017. She running that label, fam. Gucci the face. She's running that label. Yeah. I believe that wholeheartedly. They said Gucci security was the police. Yeah, off-duty security guard, off-duty police officer. So, yeah, there's a lot of people being paid off so that video don't see the light of day. I definitely believe that. So, we're going to see. We didn't went down there a whole week, and AK done said what he said, and there's still not been a video surface. So, that's what it is. Yeah, man. But y'all, that's it. That's it for me. 3 hours and 40 minutes in. I was gonna talk about Big Moochie Grape, but I don't know what the hell going on with Govan and Big Moochie Grape. You know, I was thinking about Govan today, and something just struck me like a lightning bolt. You know, you got the music meeting in Orange Mound with Jook and Straight Drop and Quet, and Quet was so, you know, he was so hell bent on getting a talent discovered so he can get a finder's fee, and he said that he missed out on Moneybag Yo, so he wasn't gonna miss on Straight Drop. That's the story, right?
Yeah, that's the story.
Okay. Well, if you were so hell bent on getting a artist, let me pull this down. If you were so hell bent on getting an artist signed, and you having music meetings, why did nobody ever bring Lotta Cash Desto to these music meetings?
I don't think people wanted a lot of Cash Desto. Well, not the people that he would have been meeting with were even looking in her direction. I don't believe.
I thought they wanted a Glorilla. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You trying to get a finder's fee off of bringing somebody to the league. Your daughter is an artist. Why not take her into some of these rooms, fam?
Yeah. It makes sense.
You went and got a psychopathic, unalive, a self-proclaimed hitman for hire that has SA charges on his record. You went and got the very worst person you could have gotten and brought them to the table. When your own daughter was an artist, man, why you didn't bring her to the table, fam?
I don't think they just were getting along like that. I think they were bumping heads too in the midst of all that.
You didn't bring her to the table because that music mean wasn't a music mean at all. With that, I'm gonna let it go, man. It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter. And on behalf of Cypress TV,
the love demon.
Until the next time we decide to spin.
In the wind, man, we're gonna holler at you.
Man, shout out to Angel, the real boss, Dyson Jones, for the super sticker. And shout out to my dude, J Rail, for the super sticker. Salute to Divine Black Rose for the donation. I want to say salute once again to Ash for the donation. Salute to my dog right beside me, Cypress TV, for the donation. And salute to Chevy Blue, my dog. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for funding the stream, making it worthwhile for us to pop out and dialect and, you know what I'm saying, just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all dearly. Hope everybody has a wonderful night. And like I said, until the next time we decide to spin,
we in the wind, man.
Whoop.
Back in that bed. Yeah, this shit. Finna murder that bitch. Come on with it. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got live, and she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery, we do numbers on the south. Going down, fuck you talking about? They say who that thought you knew that I'm that nigga, bang 'em Jay. Floating through the city, getting crumb and making major pay. If you ain't about making money, get what, dog, we can't relate. I don't fuck with niggas like you, please just stay up out my way. Okay, I can make it double 24 to 48. Ain't no drop, it's a drought. They gon' buy this shit all day. Pocket rocket on my waist. Yella Nina, that's my bae. She gon' show out by Lil Bang. Niggas know that girl don't play. Okay, me and you ain't equals, no, we not the same. I'm just soaking up these blessings, thank the man, I can't complain. Nigga finally see the picture, I just got a bigger frame. And I'm still going in, yeah, you niggas know the name. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got lies, and she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery, we do numbers on the south. It's going down, fuck you talking about? Hey, bitch, I just left Pluto, parked the spaceship across the field. Came back with some triple stacks, said I pack, we geek for real. She say, bang, bang, where you at? I told her, meet me cross the hill. Cold liquor, popping pills on some video, shit for real. Junction gon' crank up the grill. Told your mail, pull out the speakers. Party every weekend, give a fuck about them peoples. Dip out for a minute, damn, they need me in the kitchen. Bitch, I'm something like a chemist. I'm a young Josephus. Late night now, I'm lurking, nigga, where the skuggies at? Yeah, I'm geeking, that's a fact. Say she sober, hold on, hunger, here, just take a piece of that. Got her twisted to the max. Now the bitch won't shut up talking. Bet you didn't know that your baby mama love this fucking dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got lies, and she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery.